That's all you, Reezy. Oh, Reezy.
Warning, the conversations in this podcast are performed by the cavemen. For your safety and for the protection of those around you, please do not attempt to take anything you hear too seriously on the show.
Jereezy's going to add the music in post. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, you guys going on or?
Yes, sir. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Cave Podcast. It's your boy Proper. I'm here with O from the 80 Rees. But before we introduce our guests for the night, you probably recognize them anyways because they're our favorites, our buddies from the East Coast. But before we introduce them, I just want to give a quick shout out to our website so you can join our Patreon. That's k4v3.com. Please consider joining our Patreon to help us continue doing this and paying for our monthly payments on StreamYard. You know what it is. We got bills too, but if you can consider joining our Patreon, it gives you access to our official Discord where you can chat with all of us. We talk about anything. We talk about sports, conspiracy theories, pop culture, comics, anything in between. You have an interest, we probably have the same interest too. So go ahead and click that link in our website. That's k4v3.com to find a link to our Patreon. Also, whenever our podcast is live, there is free access to our Discord. We will post the Discord link in the comments, so keep a lookout for that. But yeah, so please consider that again. And also our other sponsor is SafeLightCandle.com for any LED lighting needs for your home. Just visit SafeLightCandle.com and use our code, and you can join in anytime. Now, to introduce our guests, we have Big L and Freddie from Pulling D's podcast. Welcome back to the show, guys. Thank you guys for coming back in and joining our show. How you guys been, man?
Been good, man. Thank you for having us back on. You know, it's been a minute, but, you know, glad to be back in the cave with you guys.
Hell yeah.
Awesome-ish.
Yeah.
From New York, man.
How you been, Freddie?
City.
Been excellent, man. Glad to be here.
Hell yeah. Well, yeah, so I wanted to get together with you guys, and you know, it's a new year, new movies coming out, and obviously we're all into the whole comic book scene. And behind the scenes, I was just telling Elle that, you know, I'm just over the MCU, and I know we got the new Captain America movie coming out, so I want to hear, is that something you guys are looking forward to? Because for me, I'm looking at it like, and then there's a lot of controversy with whatever Anthony Mackie said about the Shield and what it means to him. And obviously, you can't say that in Trump's America now, and people are taking it the wrong way. It's like, this guy's anti-American. It's like, that's not what he meant. And you know, every time I see things like this, it's just like, dude, these people have shitty fucking reading comprehension. That's not what he fucking said. But okay, but I want to hear from you guys, like you too, Brandon. Is this a movie you guys are looking forward to?
I'll let them answer first. Go ahead, gentlemen.
Well, me personally, like, I'm excited for this film because it seems to me like the MCU finally has like a plan that they're working towards.
That makes sense.
And like with the clips, like they're showing like you know, Harrison Ford telling Captain America like, yo, we need to make the Avengers again. You know what I mean? We need to have this team of superheroes. The world's been missing it. And you know, that I think that speaks to like the theater goers too. Like, yo, we want to see an Avengers film. Like, you know, we want to see some action. We want to see Shang-Chi, like his movie was like the last. I think it was like the only good movie from Phase 4, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah. Like he should have been having a sequel by now. You know what I mean? There's been like a lot of mistakes.
True.
Lots of controversy there too.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of mistakes that the MCU's been making, especially post COVID.
Mm-hmm.
I think that really had to do with the CEO that was let go earlier a couple years ago.
Yes, sir.
And they had to bring this guy back from retirement to right the ship, sort of speak, you know. Because you know, like you guys were mentioning, like they were just giving projects to any freaking character, and it was like, I'm like Echo. I'm like, who's asking for an Echo show? You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
There's so many characters that people want to see on the big screen, and they weren't it just like they had like a list they were going through and not really fielding what the audience been wanting since like Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
And I think with Captain America, you know, we finally getting acknowledgement of that big fucking celestial that's in the middle of the ocean from the Eternals. And, you know, we get an adamantium out of that. So that's like,
oh yeah,
that's like a big freaking deal for like the MCU because they're introducing this metal that in turn like means Wolverine's right around the corner. So
yeah, it's a good thing you brought because I forgot about that. They were teasing that, so I was like, wait a minute, what does this mean? Are we getting Daniel Radcliffe?
Hey man,
Wolverine.
That's Freddie's number one guy right there.
Oh yeah, that's the number one guy I want to see is Wolverine in the MCU.
As a Wolverine
definitely.
fan, Freddie wants to see Radcliffe up there. Harry Potter.
He's
Fuck
perfect
shit
the way
up.
he is right now too. He doesn't need to work out or anything. He's fine.
The thing about the MCU right now, I think that this Captain America movie does have potential. I think another thing that we as fans need to do is sometimes we need to just stop caring about what's happening outside of the project. You know what I mean? Like everybody has their opinions, everybody has their beliefs. Their lives have been structured in ways that maybe we can't put ourselves in their shoes and really comprehend what's going on. But I think if we could just stop caring about what the fuck's going on outside of the project and just look at the project for what it is, then we'll have a better apparatus for dictating, is this the quality of movie that we want to make moving forward.
Nah, fuck that.
I mean, you can. Everybody, like I said, everybody's allowed their own opinion, but at the same time, because we're so everything's so politically driven, we're the quality is dwindling, and everything. You know what I mean? Another thing too, the whole Captain America movie with the whole espionage approach that they were taking. I like the approach that they're taking now, how it's kind of evolved into dogfights. And I want to see what they're going to do with it.
Yeah.
I think that has a lot of potential. Yeah.
I mean,
Top Gun action right there, like with the with the Falcon and Captain America flying through the air and all that.
It's not something you usually get.
no, you're right. I think we should see some more action finally because a lot of these movies have just been like trying to story tell, and everyone's just kind of like, "Yo, do fucking something," It's just like a lot of these. It's just, I do agree. I'd like to see the whole Falcon integrated and using his wings finally with Captain America. Those would be some sick scenes, and I know we've seen it in the trailers, but hopefully, like you said, El, this is like a direction finally. But hopefully, it's the right direction.
Yeah.
It's just, I just feel like there's some sort of direction, but I also feel like they still don't know exactly where they want to go with this, and they want to see what the reaction is with this movie, and introducing Adamantium is getting people excited. It's like, oh fuck, it's Wolverine, but in my head, I'm like, well, how are you guys going to mesh that with this? Like it's to be seen. And Disney's also very much known for cash grabbing and just saying whatever's like, ooh, say this, because people are going to love that, and hopefully they're actually staying true to the fans and giving us something that we're going to look forward to. I don't know. But that's just how I feel about this movie. I'm going to see it. I don't care. I mean, a lot of people are saying the big budget was like 180 million or something like that, and then they're projected to make only 90 mil in the opening weekend. It's like, how do you know this?
Yeah. That's like the numbers. I don't pay attention to stuff like that because it's like you're always gonna hear the same noise when it's like before the release of a movie. Like if people are gonna hate it, you're gonna hear about it. If people are gonna love it, you're gonna hear about it. And it's like, oh, it's gonna fail, it's gonna bomb, the MCU's done, whatever. I'm just like, with all that, there's like you said earlier, Brian, there's like all this outside noise. We have to because back in the day, like projects, you didn't know anything about any projects coming out, movies coming out. Like, imagine the stuff like Michael Keaton being cast as Batman happened today in 2025.
Oh, people are like, what the fuck?
The fucking shitstorm and all this.
Yeah.
Like, it's like everybody has a voice now to get their opinions out there in the world.
Right.
And it's like, all right, dude, you have your opinion, but like, let me try to enjoy something that I haven't seen yet, so I can get like a fair view. Because it's like with the comic books movies now, it's like do or die, right? It's like you gotta have to get better, or people are gonna stop going to these things. You know what I mean?
Right. It's funny you said that. Now back then you didn't know what was going on, but And now, but back then you wanted to find every way to find out like, oh, what's going on? Because that was the exciting part, right? I used to be on superherohype.com all the time, just trying to find all the details of the movie. I don't know if you guys remember that website. I used to be on Superhero Hype all the time. And then like when you're announcing all these, it was like, ooh, all these little details. And now it's everywhere. It's all over fucking Twitter. It's all over everything. I'm like, I don't give a shit. I don't even care.
The actors be leaking this shit. Like, what the fuck, man? Come on, yo.
Like whole plots of movies. Like I remember when the Spider-Man No Way Home, like the entire plot was leaked online. Like,
yeah,
people already knew it was gonna. I'm like, yo, dude, how are you gonna enjoy like the movie like that?
Yeah. But even trailers nowadays are kind of giving away the movie, and that sucks. You know, you're watching a movie, it's like, yeah, I saw the movie already.
Like I tend to just watch the first trailer and that's it. Like I don't.
That's what I do.
Yeah,
Like,
pitch the movie, pitch the entire movie to get someone to watch the entire movie.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I wanted to ask Freddie because he's got the X-Men hat on, and obviously that's we got the Wolverine, the teasing of Wolverine. How is
man.
You know, like how in your world, what would be a perfect way to introduce the Wolverine? And as a bonus, who would you want to play the Wolverine?
Oh man, that's a loaded question. So I'm excited for this because at the best case scenario, this is like the first step towards the X-Men in the MCU. Not the first step, but a step.
Right.
So, yeah, man, I don't know. Who could play Wolverine? I've named a lot of names, but like now, I don't know.
Fucking Hugh Jackman all over again.
Yeah, let's just hire Hugh Jackman again. And
you were a Zac Efron guy, weren't you?
I was a Zac Efron guy, but
really,
have you seen him recently?
Yeah, the Botox, bro. I don't know what's going on with the face.
You ruined the chances for being Wolverine. He could have been a really good Wolverine.
I know a favorite that a lot of people talked about was Tom Hardy because he's kind of got that build. You know, he's got that short, stocky, but it's just like, I don't know.
He was already in Venom, and that it's already if the Catman's Wolverine. It'll be like too soon.
Yeah.
Right. But I mean, everyone's was okay with Robert Downey Jr. coming back as Dr. Doom.
Yeah, that's true.
Everybody wants Chris Evans as Captain Hydra. So
see that I wouldn't mind because it's like
that'd be cool actually.
Steve Rogers, you know what I mean? It's just cool. Like Secret Wars, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But like the Robert Downey Jr., that was just like lazy. That was like, oh, we got to get people back in the theaters, and it's like, Iron Man's back. Not really.
It's such a cash grab. It's like we need money. Get Robert Downey Jr. back in here.
So would you have been okay with them bringing back Killmonger?
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah. I think people would have been more comfortable with Killmonger coming back than Robert Downey Jr. Because even though there was a lot of good reception, I also saw a lot of bad reception in regards to him coming back. And I think people actually wanted more of Killmonger.
Yeah. How about this? Tom Hardy for Sabretooth. I actually don't mind that.
I wouldn't mind that.
Hey, nice one, Bender, but I agree with that.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Who do we have? Liev Schreiber was the last one, right?
Yeah. And I want
he was good. He just didn't look like Sabretooth.
I would have been okay with Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been fine. Give him a shot.
Mutant, Harry. I'm a what?
Give him a shot. You know, he's been stigmatized with that whole fucking Harry Potter role his whole entire life, man. You know,
Radcliffe is my dark horse.
Last night.
Radcliffe's my dark horse.
For the record, I'm anti-Radcliffe.
Oh, really? That's why he blurred his background. He's got a poster of Radcliffe in the background. He's like,
no, I swear.
He put it out there and blurred it on purpose.
This is a Harry Potter poster, okay?
But I think
the poster.
I think if they were to like mention how like Wolverine would get created in this movie, because like right now, like they only had like America, I think China, and I want to say France for some reason. Like those are the ones that are trying to get to the Celestial in the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if it's gonna be like one of those nations help create Wolverine, because you know the comics is Department H, right?
Yeah.
Ready? So it's just like maybe bring Canada in there somehow, sneak them in the back door.
So my idea is that they borrow from the Ultimate Universe, the new one.
Oh.
Make him sort of like a Winter Soldier kind of guy.
Oh.
He's an operative they've been using for a while.
Yeah, not make it too redundant where it's like another Winter Soldier, you know?
Right, because it's kind of kind of like the history of what they've been doing, just kind of recycling shit, and we're kind of seeing that right now. But yeah, I actually like that idea. That'd be great. Like it's a fresh take, but kind of the same characters, but a new fresh take. And as long as they can reintroduce these characters at a fresh take, I think everyone would be okay with it. But I think if they're just like, nah, you know what? We'll just recast them as someone else, and everyone's gonna like it. It's like, no, dude, that's not how.
Okay, here's a question.
Okay.
Is it gonna be something biological or something, or like is it gonna be something scientific, or is it gonna be something magical that finally brings these mutants into the equation? Because like, all this time has elapsed. And I mean, there's been no indication, right? I guess they've been kind of hinting that they've been in the shadows, right? With the whole, Kamala Khan TV series? What is it called?
Miss Marvel.
Miss Marvel, and they've been just hinting that they're kind of just chilling. So, or have they just been chilling in the background, and now they're just barely recognizing that people have DNA that's offshoot? Or because if that's the case, then we're probably going to get a Wolverine that got bones in his hands, and we're going to see them put the metal through his blood.
Jerezy popping in saying, "Get Wolverine away from Deadpool moving forward."
Yes,
because Wolverine isn't gay.
Yeah.
Well,
Jerezy saying, "What's up, man?" Wolverine.
Yeah, they definitely do need to break away from the whole Deadpool buddy and so he can get, we can get more.
I think they were just trying to really embrace that whole Deadpool versus, that series, and and that was cool as a series. And I'm not gonna lie, the Deadpool versus Wolverine was cool. It was like a lot of good callbacks, like Chris Evans and coming back as the Human Torch.
That was
I thought that was hilarious. But yeah, I think they should. People are saying we should see more of this Wolverine and Deadpool. I'm like, nah. Man,
like, even Ryan Reynolds is like, I don't think I'm making another movie. Like, I'll probably do cameos, but like another Deadpool movie, like even he's getting tired of the schlick. It's like, it's with the Deadpool movies. Like, it's been like the hype. Like, I love Deadpool Wolverine, but the hype was so much that it's like, all right, it never reaches that hype to me. Like,
right, of course.
Ever since the first one, like part 2, I had mad high hopes for, and I was like, it was all right. Mm-hmm. And then like this one comes out, like, this is great. I'm seeing a lot of cool shit, but I wish they would have done a lot of things differently. I wish they would have been more focused on the MCU being a part of this universe instead of like focusing on the Fox universe only, and that was it. Like we still don't have Deadpool in the MCU. Like Deadpool's still.
Isn't that what they were hinting at though? At the end of the movie, they were saying goodbye to Fox and all that montage, and they're just like, that was like a goodbye to Fox because all the Fox property of Marvel is now going to Disney. Yeah, so isn't that like what Ryan? Obviously, Deadpool's in there. Like they own you forever, kind of thing.
And they were trolling Deadpool in the movie because he did go to a different timeline to the Avengers Tower, and he did try to join. So I mean. Technically, we kind of did get it. He was just such a fucking reject. They didn't want his ass. You know what I mean?
Well, he goes against the whole killing thing, right? And it was like, that's why Colossus was like, no killing. And he just fucking kills people.
And then there goes your job, your dream job out the fucking door.
Yeah. I kind of forgot about that. You see, I kind of forgot about that whole scene because it's like the rest of the movie is just like, it's not really, there wasn't really a connection there. It was just like, they just had like this over it. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. But
who's the guy in Reacher? He should be, no way. Alan Richmond?
Dude, too big, bro.
Like he's trying to be Batman apparently, and I kind of see it, but I don't know.
I mean, they have like an absolute Batman series now, and where he's like fucking jacked.
That is. I mean, in general, Batman's always been like jacked. That's why when when we had Ben Affleck, we're like, oh shit, comic book accurate, big. But then Alan Richmond, way too big.
They're pissing me off because I'm not getting my Batman Beyond, and they're pissing me off.
RDJ should be Wolverine.
RDJ for Wolverine. I'm fucking
hell no.
There should be a Secret World's land.
Make him a nihilist too.
There should be a Secret World's land where like everybody's RDJ.
Yeah, there you go. Fuck it.
RDJ Cap, RDJ Wolverine, everybody.
Everyone, damn, and he still gets paid the same pay playing all those characters. How fucked with that?
His pay's just multiplied.
No, this is retarded, bro. A Robert Downey Jr. movie, Marvel movie.
Yo, there was so many actors. Like, yo, you could have gotten so many actors to do like and kill that role as Doom because Doom is supposed to. Doom
I
is that
wanted
guy.
Cillian Murphy, man, and they were teasing that. I was like, yes,
Yo.
we're gonna get Cillian Murphy as Doom, and then what happens? Yours comes fucking Robert Downey Jr.
We
That
still
would've been
don't
great.
know. We still don't know what they're gonna do with it, you know. And I
But
mean,
they were talking about like how this Doom is like the Doom. This is not like a one shot thing. Like,
Oh man,
yeah, this is like. But that's what I'm worried about because like you're gonna use Doom for this one time and that's it. And I'm like, yo, you can't do that, man. Especially now you're just introducing the Fantastic Four. Like
Yeah.
we need Doom. We need Doom
Yeah.
around.
yeah,
Yeah.
and the new Fantastic Four movie's coming out, and it's just like, is this
Yeah.
gonna set that up? Like, I don't know. What do you guys think of this new Fantastic Four? You know, I'm not very fond of it because every time they come out with it, it's always been fucking straight ass. You know, it's
I
just,
didn't even see the last one on in theaters, bro. I didn't even see at all.
oh,
Like,
with Michael B. Jordan, I didn't watch that one.
Nah.
either. Well, that,
I think I watched it. I think like I don't remember anything from that movie, but I'm pretty sure I fucking watched it. That's just how horrible it was.
if Majors didn't get cut, would RDJ come back?
Fuck no.
no.
Fuck
Yeah, I don't
no.
think so.
That was last minute. Like, what the fuck can we do to fucking take
I
this
know.
shit?
They had to rewrite that whole timeline because now they're just like, well, fuck, now we can't, right? And so whoever
That's the
did
thing.
it,
I'm like, I don't understand why people are so afraid just to recast, bro. You could have just recast Kang if that was that. You didn't have to do all
Yeah.
this shit.
yeah,
This is shit this is the problem too, because like what I love about James Gunn, what he's doing over there in DC, is that if he doesn't like the script, we're not filming anything. Like
Mhm.
we're not. If the story is not in place, because you know, fuck all that reshooting and all that stuff. We have the story we want to tell, and that's what we're gonna film.
Mhm.
But like with the MCU, with this shit, like you just completely changed your whole phase, and like in the midst of it, it wasn't even like in the beginning or.
Mhm.
It was like in the middle of it already. You're like, fuck
Yeah.
it.
yeah.
We're gonna do something. We're gonna throw
All
back a
the-
Doom in there.
All the teasing of Kang and all that, and all of a sudden, like, no, you know what? We have to kick him out of here. It's like, why can't
Yeah.
you recast him, dude? Like,
Mhm.
they did it for the fucking Batman trilogy where they recasted Natalie Port or not Natalie Portman, but what's her fucking name with Maggie
Young.
Gyllenhaal? Yeah,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So why can't I think Disney also just like, oh, they try to play safe way too much because they're like, we got a lot of money in this. Yeah, but you motherfuckers getting a lot of money every day, so it's not like you guys gonna
Yeah.
lose out a lot, you know. So I definitely agree. Let's see, Jerizi RDJ's Kang over RDJ. This is
Fuck
called
it, bro.
the RDJ verse.
Fuck it, man. You know what? At this point, I'm surprised they didn't fucking do that and just make it the what is it? The Iron Lad? What's his name? Iron.
Oh.
You know what
The
I mean?
Iron Lad, yeah.
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 You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just
Have that Kang run shit.
Yeah. Wasn't there rumors too that they were talking about how Chris Evans is open to coming back to do to some sort of scale? I don't know. I didn't really read much into that because when I saw that, I immediately just said, "Man, fuck that!" Just like didn't pay attention to it anymore.
I'm like at this point, it's just like if you're gonna just bring back like Steve Rogers, Captain America, you're gonna have to start looking at like new actors to take these roles because
Mhm.
Yeah.
these guys want to do it. These guys want to do it for like one movie and that's it. But then you're gonna have the fans be like, "Oh, I want to see more Steve Rogers stories, or you know, more Iron Man stories." But you know, Tony Stark is dead, or Steve Rogers is old now and shit.
Mhm. Mhm.
So eventually, I think after Secret Wars, there's gonna be like a soft reboot where there's like the characters returning, but they could be played by different actors, maybe, or they're just gonna probably focus on X-Men because they still have that.
Yeah,
So
why
maybe
can't we?
that's-
Why can't we just get X-Men? Like, fuck all this bullshit and recast like
What I want.
RDJ. Like, just give us the fucking mutants already. Like,
Yeah.
that's a new phase. Build off the X-Men. Give us that, and then you could recast Cyclops with fucking Chris Evans.
You know, the funny thing is, if they were to pivot to X-Men like suddenly right now, they have enough story content
Oh.
to not even focus on the Avengers for the next 25
Oh.
fucking years.
And
Oh,
I
yeah.
would love that.
Like theoretically, bro. And they
Yeah.
could do all these things that, you know, it would reshape the whole direction of the MCU, sure. But they already fucking did that in the middle of it, just like you fucking said. They
Yeah.
might as well just use the what they have just acquired. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? Instead of
Mhm.
sitting on it. everybody's gonna get fucking fatigue.
Yeah, and
I mean, that's the thing too. But I think even if the X-Men is like not till the next phase, I think people still gonna show up for that. You know what I mean? I think people are just like,
I just think also because the Avengers, the way they ended off with like Endgame and all that was the perfect send off already. Just give us a new phase. I mean, people in their mind when they hear, "Oh, we got Avengers Secret Wars," well, the casuals are not going to understand how huge a Secret Wars movie would be. They'd be like, "What the fuck is this?" But for us, we're like, "This is great," but why the fuck is RDJ back in? So that's why it's just like, just give us X-Men, and like what you said, Brandon, they got so much stories they could use with that shit that we don't have to talk about the Avengers for a while.
Motherfuckers couldn't even give us Beta Ray Bill. They gave us a Beta Ray Bill fucking statue for crying out loud. Like, what the fuck is going on? This shit made of trash.
Like, I'd be down to
smash you, Beta Ray Bill. Like, come on, bro.
Like, I'd be down if they gave us fucking Howard the Duck for real instead of like these stupid little like cameos. Like, I would have been down. Like, give him a show on Disney Plus. I think he would have a great show on Disney.
Everybody would have watched that fucking Howard the Duck show, bro.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, no, there would have been audience for that one.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing. Like, I think Marvel has so much stuff and so much IP coming out that I think they're just gonna focus on what's hot. You know what I mean? Like,
of course,
if this doesn't work out with the new Avengers or whatever, they probably just put that shit in the back burner and just focus on X-Men, focus on Fantastic Four. I mean, we gotta get a new Fantastic Four trailer tomorrow, so we gotta see what they're bringing to the table. So I think a lot of people are more excited for that.
Of course.
Like, and you could still. Here's the thing, dude. You could pivot towards the whole Fox acquisition characters. You know what I mean? And still have the cast prior integrated into the story, man. Like, you could have all this interactions with the new T'Challa and the new Storm and shit. You could have their romance going on. You could have all these things. You could, and I mean. It's just, I don't know why they're taking so fucking long to do it, bro. They're just twiddling their fingers, man, and it's kind of annoying. They could have. I don't know what the fuck they're waiting for, bro.
They're making the shareholders happy. Shareholders before us.
Shit, man.
I think they because like I said, with all the stuff they were putting out, like I think it was a couple years ago, Kevin Feige was like, we're gonna slow the output. We're not gonna have that much stuff coming out, but
you call this slow?
I mean, well, we're gonna. I keep on forgetting we're gonna have Captain America, and after that was Thunderbolts.
Yeah, Thunderbolts is coming.
No
out
TV shows.
Yeah, I don't think there's any TV shows, right? Yeah,
no, I don't think so. They took them all off. I think
Daredevil.
Daredevil, yeah.
See, and everybody's happy for that, because they want to. We want to see the characters that have not appeared in the MCU to appear in the MCU.
Yeah.
The characters that have been established already. Like, we're trying to see the Punisher there. We're trying to see Daredevil in that motherfucker. We're trying to see the Defenders in that bitch.
Yeah.
We're trying to see Luke Cage and shit. You know what I mean? And they've had these assets for fucking ever, bro. Mm-hmm. Instead, we're getting fucking the Marvels.
Yeah,
I didn't. Nobody fucking asked for the Marvels. I'm telling you, I'm gonna be real, bro. Like,
I didn't ask for that shit. There's probably a small minority of the group that said, "Yeah."
They could have. That could have been like. That could have been a Disney Plus thing.
That could have been the second season of Miss Marvel.
Miss Marvel, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think you would have fleshed out. You would have fleshed out the story more. You had a smaller budget. I mean, oh man.
Wicked's always been gay, man.
This chat is flames right now, but yeah, man. Wasn't really asking for
no, but I want to see Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider. They're looking.
Yeah,
talking about Ryan Gosling as playing Ghost Rider. I'm like, hey, I like that.
I did see that. I would have been cool with getting him in the recent Deadpool movie. That's unfortunate we didn't get that.
What?
Nicolas Cage and the Ghost Rider in the Deadpool movie. Yeah.
We got Nicolas Cage Superman in the Flash.
That was fucking weird, bro. That was weird. That was fucking weird. Was he fighting a spider or some shit like that?
And the fact that Nicolas Cage actually showed up to film that, and they just used all this technology.
CGI. He showed up and he said, "You know what? We'll just do CGI." Like,
bro,
this dude too old.
They probably had this dude in a fucking mask. in his suit with the wig on, and it's just like
Fucking
You're
dead,
Nicolas
bro.
Cage now.
Oh, that was CGI? I thought that was a guy in a rubber Nicolas Cage mask.
They probably would have been better with doing that because the CGI was so bad. I was like, no, what the fuck?
that movie was just like, what the hell? What were you guys thinking with that
And
shit?
you know, the fact that the director Andy Muschietti, now he's going to direct the Batman Brave and the Bold. I'm like, wait, why?
Mhm.
I
So,
mean,
Batman Brave
James
and the
Gunn
Bold.
really liked him with what he did with the Flash. Apparently, I'm like, really? James Gunn really liked that shit?
I mean,
He
I like this.
probably-
I liked it. It was pretty good. The two It's movies that he did.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, his approach is like making aesthetically the movies look great. You know what I mean? You can't blame him for having poor puzzle pieces. You know what I mean?
True. Yeah.
Ezra Miller was a horrible fucking person to be fucking
Yeah.
working with.
Yeah.
Like that
Yeah.
dude he had a lot of shit going against him for that movie.
You know?
Yeah. He couldn't even show up to the press conferences because people were like, man, don't let that bitch show up here right now.
You might steal your kids. You might steal your kids.
Yeah, be
Yeah.
careful with that.
Fucking Ezra
Holy
Miller
fucking shit.
committed career suicide, abducting kids. I don't know what the fuck he was doing with them, but
Pretty interesting, huh?
weird.
Giving up
Flash.
millions and millions of dollars for that, huh?
He's a wanted man in Hawaii.
Yeah,
Pretty interesting. Yeah, I mean,
Hawaii fears this guy.
held some people.
You can't go to a karaoke bar in Hawaii without looking over your shoulder. It's like, fuck, is he gonna throw a chair at me?
Yeah, he's like, "Start some
There's
shit."
pictures of him posted all over Hawaii.
Man, he was committing serial crimes quicker than the fucking Flash was fucking solving problems in that motherfucker.
Yo,
The
but man,
Flash is trying to stop him.
He's trying to stop himself. He too fast for himself in that bitch.
Yo, he got people in Hawaii like, yo, shit, it's Ezra, run.
Yeah, it's like, he's got a chair. Run!
Fucking dead.
He
bro.
pulls out a gun. Everyone's like, man, whatever. Put that shit away. You got a chair. Run the fuck away.
You gotta run the video. How'd you kids? How'd you wife?
I was laughing when I read that. It's like, dude, he was throwing chairs at people in a karaoke bar. I was like, what is up with this guy? First of all, did this guy travel through too many like
He
multiverse
threw a
gone
chair
crazy?
in a
Yeah, I'm
karaoke
telling
bar
you.
at somebody.
Yeah.
This sounds like
I think he threw a chair like at a woman or something. It was like always like there's always some women.
Yeah, he's always fighting a lady.
Maybe he was like, you can't be prettier than me, and threw a chair at her face. Ezra Miller got a weird style. That's why, you know, like, you seen him
Yeah.
outside of movies. Like this guy,
Hey, man,
Well, he fucked his whole bag up. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, I'll be
Wasn't
surprised if he shows up.
Wasn't he a villain in a Harry monster? Was that the Harry Potter spin-off?
oh, Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah, didn't he fuck that up too?
Well, no, fucking J.K. Rowling fucked that up
What happened? Was that why
with
we
all
said
her
that?
like transphobia stuff,
Yeah.
comments that she made, all that stuff.
Yeah, I do.
Well,
You know,
that was
Both
before.
villains,
That was like after the movies. Those movies really came out. Like he was like after those movies bombed. She was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go." Like,
fuck it, I'm gonna give it a reason to bomb. Then
yeah, I'm not gonna make anything new. That's why they're
I'll
fucking
go all in.
they're remaking the Harry Potter books for HBO now. Since like all her new stuff that she's been writing has been trash.
yeah,
So like this is like her only way to stay relevant. It's pretty much like sucking Harry Potter dry. Because like those Fantastic Beasts movies, they were just like a cash grab.
Yeah.
They really had, like you had opportunity to do a cool story with I was gonna say Gandalf, but like
Dumbledore.
Dumbledore, yeah,
Basically the same nigga.
Basically,
hey motherfucker, white
they're
wizard,
both wizards.
Fucking Nexus character.
They have to be related.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, you could have done that in the first Wizarding War with like Voldemort and all that shit. You could have shown that, but you chose to do a random movie about a random character that was just mentioned in textbooks.
Collecting and he's collecting monsters in a fucking
Yeah.
case.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I thought it was a good. I didn't mind Fantastic Beasts. I was like, something new. It's a little more adult take. So I was like, it's kind of like I think what she was trying to do is like the older fans can watch this now and appreciate this. So I kind of gave, and then you had fucking Johnny Depp in there, and they had to recast him. So I was like,
I think
oh
that's what
man, this
fucked
is
it up.
Yeah.
Fucked it up if I remember.
Yeah.
and-
I was like,
But
all
what
right,
I liked about the Harry Potter movies was like, if you knew the actors because like Gary Oldman was in the Harry Potter movies, right? And you're like fantastic actor, and you didn't even know. But in the new movies, they kind of felt like they wanted to put bigger names to get more people into the movie, and so that kind of took away from the magic, if you will, for me. Like I was like, oh, we got Jude Law in this, now we got Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp, what the fuck is he doing in this movie? You know, so. Yeah, it's like you said, it was definitely a cash grab, but I felt like if they did that right, that would have been a great series to build upon. But now we're not going to get the rest of it, but understandably, because she's like, you know what, fuck it, we're going to take this shit. Trans are not human.
What did she say?
She just said that, you know, trans, like if you're born a man, you're a man. You're not a woman to me, kind of thing like that. That's just what J.K. Rowling was saying. I was like, why are you saying this right now? You got movies coming out.
It's not going to be received pretty well.
Yeah, but
the shit that bugs me too is like the chances of her actually running into a trans person is so small. Like her in her status or whatever, like to be in that area with a trans woman, trans man or whatever, for her to be like, this must be stopped. I'm like, bitch, you're a billionaire, bitch. Like you live in the hills somewhere. Why you mad? Like,
yeah, you know. And I was playing Hogwarts Legacy when it came out, and there was the bartender, and it was trans. And I was like, "Ooh, did J.K. Rowling approve this shit?"
In the game?
Yeah, there was a trans bartender. You know, it's a lady, but he's got a man's voice. Like, "Hey, what can I get you?" I'm like, "Oh shit!" That's I immediately dropped my controller and I looked it up. I was like, "Oh, it is." And then I'm
fucking dead.
I was like, "Wait, did fucking J.K. Rowling approve this shit? Does she know about this?"
Not, bro. Probably not.
That was probably one of the game guys protesting. Like, I got you, bitch.
But it's just like
when you sell the rights of your fucking.
It's just like what is J.K. Rowling so mad about? You really writing a book about wizards and witches, and you're scared of trans people.
It's like the motherfuckers in the fucking you got like this salamander no nose motherfucker fucking marking young baby boys on their forehead, like, you know what I mean? Like what the fuck, you got a lot of weird shit going on in the fucking story.
Yo, there was a lot of dark shit in those books for like, and they're like for kids. I'm like, God damn, you got like people getting tortured and killed here.
Yeah,
and I'm like, it's like, all right, I guess. I'm like, but like I said, it's like everybody's opinion could be out there. So it's just like sometimes like people are like, oh, you know what? I feel like writing this today, or being this asshole, or you know, being this type of person or whatever, and just say whatever. And like, all right, did you have to say that? Like, you couldn't keep that shit to yourself, bro? Like, how you fucking your bag up? Like, why would you want to like affect your money? Like, I never understand that. Like the
Maybe
same way
they had more money than sense at that point.
Yeah, some things are better left unsaid, but once you have so much money that you lose touch with reality, then you begin to kind of go off the deep end.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, you know what? I got money. I'm going to talk about poor problems right now.
Yeah.
Trans rights? Yeah, right.
Like you could build a fortress in the middle of the forest alone, away from the rest of civilization, and fund it until you're dead, and you're focused on that shit. Yeah.
You could have just been hating and quiet while making money, you know? Like, but you chose to say, fuck it. I'm gonna say this out loud, and now no one gives a fuck about what you got going on.
And people will let her slide. People will let her slide for years because, like, yo, she'll have like even her characters back then. It was like kind of problematic because you'll have like an Asian character, and it'll be like Ching Chung, and that'll be like the name of the fucking character. And
it was
like,
Cho Chang. It was weird.
Yeah, it was just like, but like there were other names that'd be like mad rate, like what, bitch, like the Irish kid would be like Scotty Muscat, or like, you know,
yeah. I didn't even notice.
Yeah. Looking like every time she had to write like a non-white person in those books, their fucking names.
Black
Even
guy,
like,
what's his name? He's like, this one's Darnell. It's like, what the fuck?
That's Blackie McBlackerson.
The black. She named the black girl.
I'm fucking dead, bro.
She named the black girl in that series Lavender Brown, bro. Like,
God.
Lavender Brown, bro.
That's a stripper name.
And they made her white. They made her white in the movies, bro.
I was like, did she work at Little Darlings in Las Vegas on Las Vegas Boulevard?
We're gonna call this black girl Cinnamon.
I'm fucking dead, bro.
This one's
Cinnamon.
Destiny. It's like, yeah, what the fuck?
Cinnamon darling.
JK's always been on some. What the fuck are you doing, bitch?
Yeah, that's why it's like if you really paid attention, it's like not surprising. So I was like, oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. It's like all right.
Maybe
it's
perhaps those are not all her ideas, and she just got a racist ass think tank. I don't know.
yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Who knows?
She got a whole bunch of racist ass motherfuckers smoking cigarettes, shooting her ideas and shit. Fuck it, bro.
Imagine being in that writing room with J.K. Rowling and she just spewing racist shit. I was like, no.
I'm not comfortable writing this shit down. You gonna make him eat what? Maybe we should turn it from grapes to something else.
He's just standing there quiet the whole time with a notepad and a pen, just looking around.
Yeah. Wait, what do you mean he's gonna eat ass? Oh no. We're gonna give him gillyweed, okay? She's like, what's gillyweed?
He's gonna.
We were just talking about Quidditch a minute ago. What's going on here?
Yeah.
I'm fucking dead.
Talk about hide the salami. What are we talking about? Quidditch, right? We were talking about.
I was here for 8 hours and J.K. Rowling had to stop talking.
Yeah, man. Dear God, yo.
I think I'm racist now, just sitting here listening to everything she said.
Who do you think had a worse had worse fallout? J.K. Rowling or Ellen DeGeneres?
Oh, Ellen DeGeneres.
Oh, yeah. I think that one.
Ellen left the
Ellen
country.
DeGeneres so bad she moved to Europe, and when she said I'm living in Europe now, everyone's like, "Good, fucking stay there."
Isn't she been trying to do like comedian stand up shit, or is that?
Oh man, nothing about her is funny. Her whole life's a joke. Don't mean she's funny.
Yeah, she was exiled.
Yeah, man, pretty
So
interesting.
she did a comedy special on Netflix, and she did the thing like, "Oh, have you heard of the news?" or like that shit. Like, "Oh, I'm a horrible person, but it's funny because I'm talking about it."
Yeah, I did see that. That shit was weird, man.
Yeah, it's like, just own it, bro. Like, just be like, yeah, I was a shitty boss. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah.
sorry for people.
Yeah.
You're not Louis C.K. Remember when Louis C.K. came back? It's like, yeah, now everyone knows my thing, and everyone was just like, yeah, he likes having people watch him masturbate.
Hey,
This is, I mean, what the fuck is y'all talking about, bro?
Louis C.K. You don't know Louis C.K.? He used to write for Chris Rock and all that. One of the best comedians out there. White guy. But anyways, he got caught up in a scandal, just to kind of bring Brandon in. He got caught up in a scandal, and Chappelle even fucking started defending him. Pretty much he asked some girl, hey, would it be okay if I jacked off in front of you? and she said okay. So he did it. And then years later, she said she couldn't take off her comedy career because of that moment. And Chappelle's like, what the fuck? You couldn't do that because he jacked off in front of you? And the whole cluster thing, like people saying like, yo, Louis C.K. is a piece of shit. But I was like, yo, at least he asked. She said yes.
Wait a minute.
That's the thing, because like her thing was like that's the thing that was probably weird, because he will ask, but then like she'll claim like, oh, I thought he was joking. But I'm like, yeah, you see him whip it out. Get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Like,
You thought he was joking, but you stayed till he finished.
Yeah.
I mean, yo, if one of the girls that I used to fuck with came around and said that their career couldn't take off because I was busting one in front of them, that would be the most retarded shit I ever went through in my life. That would be worse than some shit going on in Black Mirror. That would be a Black Mirror episode. What
I
in the
think it was
fuck?
worse because it was one girl he did it over the phone with. He was masturbating with the phone. And Dave Chappelle was like, bitch, hang up. Like, what
Bitch, hang up.
It wasn't even in person. It was over the phone.
No, there was one in person.
There was one in person and one over the phone. Like he was doing it.
He was getting it in.
Yeah, He had issues.
With the same person?
Yeah.
Nah, that's different.
Oh,
yeah.
I was gonna say.
And so when that whole thing happened, obviously they tried to cancel Louis C.K. And then he started doing some stand-ups, some smaller ones, and people were kind of just accepting it. And then he actually did own up to it. He's like, yeah, I'm just embarrassed that everyone now knows my thing. And everyone's just like, he's like, yeah, it's my thing. And it's just like, I wouldn't just fucking do it out of nowhere. He's like, I asked. He's like, yeah. So that was the fucked up part. But like with Ellen DeGeneres, like you guys are saying, she should have just owned up to it. But instead, she made a joke out of it. It's like, apparently I'm a bad person. It's like, no, you fucking are. Not apparently.
Apparently.
That's kind of fucked up with that Louis C.K. thing, right? That's the name Louis, because I mean that's just a little kink, That's something that should be like near and dear to you, nice and private,
Yeah, and then some girl decided, you know what? That fucked me up. I don't know why I said yes to that. So I'm going to tell everyone he did that.
Ain't hurt nobody. Ain't hurt nobody.
Yeah, he asked, you said yeah, and I understand how that could be very uncomfortable. But if she said no, and he still did it, then that's a different story. But
come on, man, he just like jacking off to girls with their consent, man. Come on.
that's just my thing. Consent gets me off.
I don't even understand how she got to the point where she said yes, it's okay. Like how, like where?
I felt like maybe she said yeah because she maybe thought let's give her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe she really thought he was joking.
That's what she said. Like she thought like he was just fucking around. Like yeah, she didn't think he's gonna just whip it out right there. And start
Yeah,
taking it
he
off.
He's not gonna tell him to stop.
And he just whipped it out like Saddam in the South Park movies, like Satan. It's like
I
I'm
mean,
just a sausage.
You gotta just picture how crazy that is, because like you're just there and somebody just whips out his dick and like you don't know how you're gonna react. Like some people are gonna be like, shit, like what's going on here? Deer in headlights type situation.
Yeah.
And some people are like, yo, I'm fucking out of here. And just fucking,
Yeah, if Louis C.K. came in here right now, I was like, "Hey, Jermaine, can I jack off?" And I'm like, "Man, what the fuck do you mean? Yeah, whatever." And
That's
he whips it out.
different, man.
I'm like, "Yo, you're fucking hilarious, but you need to get the fuck out of here."
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and that's different too, though. Like, I mean, it's different too because I mean, this is guy to girl, right? So, I mean,
Yeah.
I think in most cases, if a woman, a relatively nice looking woman, came up and just said, "Hey, I'm finna play with my shit in front of you," most guys gonna be looking around like, right now, you know what I'm saying? Like, close the door and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you get my camera. set
Oh
up,
my.
you know. But but with the whole guy, it's the guy coming up to the girl. You know, there's plenty of off ramps. You know, and I just don't.
You mean like getting off ramps?
Yeah. Well, no, I mean that's the other direction. That's more like getting on. But
Okay.
I mean, for her in her case, I'm like, how did you even get into that situation in the first place? So I don't even know how you in a room alone with a nigga. Period.
Yeah.
You should not be alone in a room with a nigga. Period. If you're not comfortable to look at his penis.
Well, the thing is, it's not like she went in there the whole time, and the whole time on the way to the room was like, "Hey, can I jack off in front of you?" And she went, it's like, okay. They were in the room together, and he's just like, "Can I just do this? Can I bust a nut in front of you?" And she's like, "Okay."
Because they were co-workers. I think like she was like
Yeah.
an assistant or some shit.
Yeah,
and,
she
like,
was like an
they're around
assistant.
each other all the time. So
Yeah.
I guess he felt comfortable at that point to be like, hey, I want to whip it out.
Yeah.
That's
But yeah.
crazy.
So that's why, like, it's funny how we did a deep dive on fucking Louis C.K. right now.
How did she prove that?
Huh?
How did she prove he even did that shit?
It's all hearsay. There was really, but the fact that Louis C.K. corroborated,
Admitted
that, yeah, I did it. Yeah, what the fuck? I
He
asked her. She said,
apologized.
yeah.
Like he apologized a couple days after that the whole thing blew up. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh man. I'm like, okay, because like it was hearsay at first, but then he acknowledged it and he apologized for it.
Mhm.
And it was, like,
Unlike
like,
Ellen DeGeneres didn't say shit until her comedy special and made a joke about it.
Yeah.
So Louis C.K. is not the criminal here. It's Ellen.
Fuck yeah, we, man.
Don't let this distract you from the fact that Ellen DeGeneres is a shitty ass person.
Well, you know what? To make amends, she need to go around to some simps and
Yeah.
fucking ask if she could play with that shit in front of them.
It was weird too because when all that stuff was coming out, you remember her co-host on there? He was a famous dancer, Twitch. He committed
Oh, yeah.
suicide, right? Like
Yeah.
not long ago, after all those allegations started coming out, he committed suicide. So I was like, what the fuck did he know?
Allegations of what against her?
Against Ellen DeGeneres being a shitty
see.
person, discriminating towards like guests that were coming on the show.
Right.
And so Twitch, who was always on the show, I don't know if you guys, I know him in the dance community because I used to like work around a lot of them. But Twitch was this famous dude. He was on So You Think You Can Dance, and he was like a co-host and pretty famous. And then a few days later, after all these allegations, he's dead. He committed suicide. Like he went to a hotel room and shot himself over there. Apparently, it's like, what the fuck did he know?
hey, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, it has to be something really, really, really.
He knows all about what Ellen did at the Diddy parties.
Yeah, I mean, shit, bro. At that point,
Because
right?
Ellen was all over Diddy on weird stuff.
Man.
What's she now?
Yeah, man. Kind of weird. We're going on the deep end here, but yeah. Oh, degenerate, shitty person.
Reel it back, huh?
But before I remember she was like posting like, I'm in Europe because Trump is president, blah blah, and everyone's just like, man, shut the fuck up and stay there.
Like, nobody likes you. Nobody likes you. Stop it.
No one gives a fuck about
nobody cares.
Ain't nobody gonna be finding Dory out there. Stay there.
The millionaire's crying. The millionaire's sad. Oh, I'm sorry.
Like Johnny Depp's ex-wife, Amber Heard.
Oh, ain't nobody heard from her in a while.
She's in Spain, isn't she?
I don't know. You know more than I do now.
I mean, that's what I've seen.
I don't trust any chick that has sex with Elon Musk. I'm sorry.
You fuck Elon?
Yeah,
fuck Elon. That was a whole big argument.
Mm-hmm. They had a big argument over that. Yeah, Johnny Depp does not like Elon because Elon was fucking out Amber Heard.
Wow.
Yeah. And Elon's a weird dude. And I understand he's got Asperger's and he's already come out and said that. But I was like, bro, wait,
that's
why?
That's what assholes say when they want to take no account for their actions.
Yeah.
But it kind of makes sense. Have you seen this guy talk? He's weird. He's like,
no, but he's just a dick. Like it's just he has that, but he's just an asshole. Like
he is a dick. But please, Elon, pump my crypto bags, please.
Yeah, hurry up. Fucking stop dicking around and pump that shit, you fucking fuck.
you didn't pump the Trump coin? What's going on? That shit.
That Trump coin
happened yet?
Oh, it did. Look at it because it hit $75, and now
motherfuckers didn't make money off of that shit. Motherfuckers also lost money on it too.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
that's the game.
Yeah,
my man Donald did that shit with us. Coke and a smile, bro.
Yeah. And then Melania came out with a coin right after, which is like, oh shit, it's pumping. I'm going to make one too. I'm going to pay for my citizenship finally.
Show her JJ. Good.
It just goes. It just highlights which ones of the digital assets are more reliable.
Yeah, we should make our own coin.
Yeah,
you got the pulling these coin. You got the cave coins, and I'm a rug pull that shit.
Inside trading.
Got him. I don't know how people still fall for that shit, bro. I really don't know. Get it.
It's dumb because people just we did a crypto episode and we were talking about how there's legit meme coins. I mean, it's funny to say that, like legit meme coins. Like, no, there's actual meme coins that people. There's a good community behind it, and then you got the Haktua coin where there was no community behind it. It was just that dumbass bitch going live like, buy my coin, Haktua on that thing, huh? And everyone's like, yeah, she said it, I'm gonna buy more.
Yeah, there's a lot of, amongst those groups of idiots that think that they're gonna fucking get bags off of that shit, there's very few that have good timing and actually do get the bag off of that. At the expense of everyone else,
which was her, because she took off with everything.
Her and everybody else that cashed out as soon as that shit spiked. Wow. So it is what it is with the crypto game. You just have to really be privy to the information and whatever you're investing in.
Speaking of crypto, though, you hear how they're going to start implementing that in the new GTA 6.
Really?
In-game currency, like you could use crypto as your in-game currency. That's
the whole fucking joke.
I'm not. It's the biggest rumor for GTA 6, and crypto is going to be months from now. We're going to look back on this conversation like, dude, fucking crypto is everywhere. Yeah. It is everywhere, but it's not as mainstream as it is. But one of the bigger things that a lot of pointing to, you guys can look this up too, how GTA 6 plans on using crypto as your currency, like when you're playing online. You could use crypto, all that shit. So we're heading through a crazy digital age right now.
I've been waiting for this.
I remember there was a couple of basketball players too that just like getting paid in Bitcoin, right? Was it like Kyrie?
I'm not sure if it's Kyrie, but I know there's some football players too that got their contracts where they got written in that are going to get paid in Bitcoin.
I think Odell was one, right?
Yeah, and then he was getting a lot of shit for it, right? Because at the time, fucking crypto was crashing. I was like, you're a fucking idiot. And now it's like $100K per Bitcoin. And it's just like, how many did these motherfuckers give them now?
Yeah, smart move.
It is.
Smart move, man.
It definitely is. Digital age is getting crazier. But yeah, so, we kind of broke down Marvel. We kind of went down the week. The whole sexual stuff, which is funny. That was a funny conversation.
Masturbation.
Dr. Masturbate. Yeah. But, there's DC, let's kind of transition over, like James Gunn kind of reviving DCU. It's kind of still confusing with the DCU because there's a lot of announcements. You're like, well, what the fuck is this? But the first finally movie is coming out, Superman. The trailer came out. Did you guys see that trailer?
Oh, yeah.
Bro, that should just look like.
What do you guys think of that movie?
Dude, I felt like I was watching fucking Guardians again. That's what I felt like when I was watching. I was like, "Is this another fucking Guardians movie?" And I'm like, "This is Superman," but I'm sitting here waiting for Groot and fucking Star-Lord to pop up, bro. Like, for real, man. I'm not even fucking kidding you.
Mm-hmm.
But I like it. I think that's just his take on movies. I like how he kind of puts that space. He has a good space spin on his movies.
Mm-hmm.
He knows how to approach that sci-fi shit.
I mean, I loved it because it was like, I love to see, like, Superman is like one of those characters that so many people misunderstand what he's about and what his character is all about, and they're too afraid, especially in the live action side of it, to go into like the silly shit. And that's why I always been a fan of James Gunn, because like he embraces all the silly shit, even like his days from Trauma, like doing like Toxic Avenger movies and all this other shit. He brought that into the mainstream stuff with like his types of movies, and like you said, like, oh, it feels like I'm watching a Guardians movie, but it's just like, it's just I don't want to say the vibe, but it's just like the way he just embraces, like, we gotta have a crypto be a significant part of this movie, right? Like, who would ever imagine that in 2025 we're gonna have a movie with a super dog in it, and it's not a cartoon, it's not aimed for kids. He's trusting like the audience to be like, okay, this movie is about fun and brightness and like, superhero shit. Because that's the problem with comic book movies now. I feel like they're afraid to be comic book movies. Like, after the trailer dropped, my boy was like, yo, but how they want us to take Superman seriously if he has a dog? And I'm like, yo, dude, you're not supposed to be taking Superman seriously.
Yeah.
No.
Like, that's supposed to be like this thing like you aspire to be. This is like a dude that came from another planet and is like a fucking comic book.
Yeah.
It's like he's fighting that fucking kaiju monster in the fucking trailer.
Yeah.
That's what I like too, because he's not even efficient in fighting, to begin with, and they're putting that on full display with this new movie. So, like in the last movie, he was a badass, saving motherfuckers from falling oil rigs and doing all kinds of crazy shit already from the jump. So it's like, you don't even get to see that vulnerable side, and then you don't get to explore a comedic side with all his failures, because he's indestructible. So you can do whatever the fuck you want with him. You can throw him through tons of buildings and have him fucking look like a goofball. You can sell that shit.
Yeah.
And this one, he's still badass. Like that scene of him like saving the little girl with the stuff exploding behind him in slow motion.
My only gripe with this though is the suit looks funny, like it doesn't fit, and we're all used to seeing like these fitted suits, and a lot of people are saying this looks like a suit from the CW, and I can kind of agree with that. But at the end of the day, I also like that we're getting a Superman. I mean, Henry Cavill was a great Superman. He just had shitty writing, shitty story room. People who are
he had potential. He had potential.
It had potential. And Man of Steel wasn't a bad movie. Really, it really wasn't.
It was all right.
I don't think it was. I don't think it was as bad as people are trying to portray it to be. But I also like that we have a Superman that's kind of like unheard of, like David Cornswell. I've seen his shows on Netflix. I've seen like he's banging old women in one show. It's Hollywood. It's called that. Yeah, it's called Hollywood. It's his old. It's just this show he was doing on Netflix. I was like, that's why when they announced, I was like, the dude from Hollywood. What the fuck?
Got fucking the old women.
Well, that was like his role in there. Like he was like this young dude, and like all these rich older women would go to this gas station because they were looking, and he would bang these rich old women because he's like
a gigolo.
Yeah, pretty much. And this was set in the golden era of Hollywood, like the golden age. But yeah, so that's why when I heard it, I was like, oh, okay, David Corso. But it also gives us a chance to look at him as Superman. And people were saying, like, oh, they should cast this big name guy as fucking Superman. It's like, but then that kind of takes away from the identity of Superman, because you're just looking at this guy. He's like, ooh, they casted whoever this fucking famous guy is as Superman. I'm gonna go see it. But it's like casting The Rock as fucking Shazam, and it's just The Rock in a Shazam costume. No range. So I think it's I think David Corenswet has a good chance to like cement his place. Like, no, I am Superman. You know, and I like it. He's small. You know, I admit it, but I did notice in the trailer they're trying to make him look bigger than he is when he's walking around in his suit at the Daily Planet or whatever. You guys notice that he's like he's not that big.
Yeah, he's not.
Well, I think that's just the act, like just him, like I think they're really working on that secret identity, like making it work. Like, oh, trying to be a different person than how Superman will stand. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because like you mean to tell me that Henry Cavill, good-looking motherfucker, all of a sudden he puts his eyeglasses on, he's this dorky motherfucker. Like, no, he just looks good still with eyeglasses. He's a good-looking dude with glasses. And you got Dave Horsesweat. He looks all goofy, and in the trailer he's just like stupid looking. I was like, you know what? This works.
I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Like at first glance when I seen the trailer, because it was far away on somebody else's phone, bro, I thought it was fucking Tom Holland. I was like, did they get Spider-Man for fucking Superman? What the fuck is going on? Motherfucker looked like Tom Holland for a moment.
Yeah, he got that young face, man. But
yeah. I'm excited to see the movie though. It's something I want to say. I think Superman is definitely a great intro to DCU. Because you know he's the head guy, and everyone's like, "Well, they should have done Batman first." I was like, "No, it makes sense to do Superman.
Yeah,
it makes a lot of sense to do Superman first because you could build the lore around it because they're filming Supergirl already right now.
Yeah,
so you know they can build that up, and then we get the Batman in a couple of years. We don't know when that's coming, but I think 2027 is what they said. But I like how we're kind of just building the pace right now. Is kind of like when the MCU started with Iron Man. Remember that? And they kind of took their time and built it per movie because the number one thing that DCEU fucked up was we had Superman. Now we got Batman versus Superman. Hold on. We didn't even get a Batman movie. And now we got fucking Justice League. What the fuck is going on, man? Like,
we had Death of Superman in the second film.
Yeah. Like, and then we got, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
They really fast forward there.
Yeah, so that's why it's just like I like the pace we're having, and people are saying, "Well, when's Batman?" I was like, "No, it's got to take its time because Batman's arguably the biggest DC character. You know, it's very divided. It's either you're a Superman fan or you're a Batman fan, and I think they're doing a good idea just running this and building around Superman. The only thing I'm confused about is Blue Beetle, because you know how you said the movie is not part of the DCU, but the character is. So now they're bringing him in, but it's a cartoon now. So I was like, well, what? But Solo is still doing the voice. So I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Yeah. Like, I thought we're getting a movie with him. Like,
well, didn't they make an announcement that they were going to? And I think Marvel was copying that when they started putting out What If. But I think before What If was announced, they already said that they were going to make the voice actors for the DC DC cartoons. They were going to be the same people that were acting in the actual roles. Like that was one thing that they were trying to achieve. So that's not surprising at all that they're taking Blue Beetle and putting him in the cartoons. They're probably gonna reuse him later.
Yeah, because like he's pretty much, if they do anything with him live action, I mean there is a Teen Titans movie that's coming out too. So
yeah,
maybe it's part of that.
That way you don't have to revise contracts or anything either. You could just keep people on board.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have seen Creature Commandos just dropped on Max a couple months ago. So one of the characters, Rick Flag Sr., he's going to be in a Superman movie. So and it's the same guy who's voicing him.
Yeah,
So
it's kind of weird. You know, it's just kind of like, so are the animated series canon to that timeline? Yeah. You know, it's just like, so it's for people who are getting into it, there's some confusion, and I feel like that's kind of like what's going to be challenging DC right now. How are you going to make this cohesive for everyone to understand? Because what Marvel did so well is to make it cohesive. I mean, even right now, MCU is not cohesive at all. It's like weird. But in the first phase, like the whole Infinity Saga, everything was so cohesive. That's why everyone loved it. And I just think right now, I hope DC is paving their own way and not trying to, try to match Marvel right now and match wherever they're going with this. That's just kind of what they did. That's why they rushed all those movies. We got Superman, Batman vs Superman, Justice League.
No, but I think James Jones is like doing the opposite of that. Like right now, the only things they'll be filming is Supergirl, and And then right now it's like, all right, now you got Jason Momoa coming back as Lobo.
Love it. I love it.
That
Yeah,
should have been
that's a
him
good choice.
beginning, bro. That should have been him, like beginning, bro.
He
how you
should have.
felt
Yeah.
about
I didn't hate him though as Aquaman. I thought he was a good looking Aquaman. I just think it was just shitty writing, you know, like
that? And that has like he has the potential to be like the DC Deadpool. You know what I mean? Like Lobo, bounty hunter, on par with Superman in strength, and you know nothing really could hurt him. He has a healing factor, like, and he's in space. Like James Gunn could make $1 billion off of that shit.
oh hell yeah, that's his bread and butter.
Space, funny guy in space. I got it.
Yeah, man, he's got it for sure.
Yeah. I think DCU is in the right direction. I know I've said that, but it's just Superman. When this movie comes out, that's something I'm anticipating because that's going to tell us, like, is this legit or not?
Yeah.
You know?
I'm just hoping that this will just motivate Marvel into putting out better shit.
Right.
Because like I think Superman's dropping first, then in a couple weeks the Fantastic Four is dropping in the same month.
Yeah, it is.
So that's gonna be an interesting thing to see because I really hope to get a great Superman film because we need one.
Yeah,
especially during these fucking times. But it's just like I would just like to see them getting their shit together because like they have a bunch of great characters and that in the right hands they could just make great movies. So hopefully we'll see that.
Of course, man. What about you, Freddie? What do you think of this Superman movie?
I'm excited for it.
Yeah,
I actually love the use of crypto where he's like the recovery for Superman. Like when he's down and out, crypto comes through, grabs his cape and takes him to the Fortress of Solitude. I thought that was a really cool use for him.
Yeah,
I thought they did that in the comics.
Yeah, I mean we've never really seen Crypto, and the only time we ever seen Crypto was the Pets movie that they made, the Justice League Pets, or whatever. You know, like
The Rock.
And the Rock played him.
Yeah, I was like, that's not Crypto, that's the Rock. That's
a Rock as a dog.
There was no range, and then you got Kevin Hart as Batman. I was like, what the fuck is this? You disrespected Batman with this little motherfucker.
Yeah, that was kind of weird, bro.
That you have him play another fucking dog, Black Adam's dog, at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was
so he's like talking to himself at the post credit scene. He's like,
yeah,
the Rock talking to the Rock.
That's crazy. I didn't even.
But see, that's probably what the Rock does in his spare time. Talk to himself. So
fuck.
No, my kids love that movie, so I'm like, all right, it's a stupid kids movie, but it's just like,
no,
like,
it is.
He was trying to make Black Adam such a thing, bro. It was so pathetic.
He was trying hard. He was going.
It was really sad.
I know in the previous episodes we were talking about like, hey, should I do Shazam or Black Adam? And everyone's like, Shazam, and he's like, no, I'm doing Black Adam. Like, no one asked for this.
Yeah.
Everyone clearly said Shazam, but whatever.
I think it would have been fine if he would have just stuck with like a supporting role as Black Adam, but the fact that he wanted his own fucking film, he's trying to make it a Black Adam and Black Adam plus the Justice League is kind of like, bro, you're doing too much, and it's kind of obvious.
Yeah, and then kind of off track, but he's been making appearances in the WWE lately, and there was hype in the beginning, and everyone's just like, "Man, shut the fuck up already."
Even when he returned to there, I don't know if you guys like. I saw the match in WrestleMania last year, and he just was fucking horrible, bro. It was just like his knees would just give in like at certain points. Like he wasn't ready to be in the ring. So I'm like, that's him trying to stay relevant. And I'm like, yo, my movie's been bombing. My movie's just been shit. Like, what's the latest one? Red 1? Who wants to see that shit?
No one. There was a lot of complaints about him on set for that movie too. He was always late, always pissing in water cups next to his co-stars. Like, dude, can you just go use the fucking bathroom, dog? Like,
that's just weird, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah, The Rock was pissing in water bottles,
and now he's going to be in the new Fast and the Furious. So
that's just so weird. I heard about that shit too. Like, nigga, why don't you could just piss around the corner, bro? Why are you collecting this shit?
Yeah.
Didn't he say he was never coming back to the Fast and Furious?
But now he is, because he was on the last one, remember? Like,
he finally
needed a post-credit scene.
He needed a check, bro.
Yeah. He probably like, hey,
WWE. That's why he's coming back to Fast. Like he needs a hit. He needs something.
it's funny because he announced that after Black Adam flopped. He probably like, hey, Vin. So they're cutting me out of DCU. I need a movie.
Yeah.
Let's just squash this beef right now, dog. Vin was like, you know what? It's okay because we're family. Never turn your back on family.
Trying to big brother each other and shit.
Oh my god! Yeah, that whole drama was like high school girl shit, bro.
Oh,
like,
it
these
was.
two grown ass men on some fucking.
I think they were fighting about their bicep sizes or something.
Nah, they just need to hurry up. And
I'm gonna put Toretto in a headlock. How about I put Hobbs in a headlock? How about that, huh? Like,
they secretly want to put each other in headlocks at the same time
with Diddy's baby oil.
At Diddy's fucking mansion.
and now The Rock calls Vin Diesel senpai.
They were doing table reads at Diddy's party with baby oil. They're like, at Diddy's party.
Rock was getting stuck in Vin Diesel's dryer.
Yo, you guys ever watched American Dad?
Yes.
You had the episode when like the kid, Steve and his friends find the script for the latest Fast and Furious movie.
No, I didn't see that one.
And it's like a gay movie. It was like gay sex. And the producer's like, yeah, we produced this movie for like our secret audience, and like we put the non-gay version out for the rest of you guys.
So funny, bro. For hella questioning, like this is getting kind of fruity, man. Like,
no, because it was like they had like The Rock and Vin Diesel make out in one of the scenes.
Yeah, I do remember that shit.
You know, it's weird. They kind of do have this weird sexual tension on screen when they were fighting.
Part 5, bro. Part 5. That whole was in Brazil.
When they were body slamming each other, you can see in Vin's eyes like, fuck me.
I'm fucking dead. Oh my god.
I think he whispered it in his ear too while they were fighting.
Yeah. And that's why The Rock got mad. He's like, hey, we're not supposed to be saying that over.
Choke slam me in the ring any day.
I remember watching Part 5 in the theater. I'm like, yeah, man, this is like a very testosterone heavy ass movie here, bro. I'm like, I was loving it though. I was like, yeah, good height. I'm like, yo.
I'm fucking crying.
Power rock bottom. Oh my god.
It's the type of scene that makes you just want to take off your shirt and hang out with your bros.
Oh shit, man.
Cruise into the movie theater in all your cars with your friends being gay as hell, you know. We're gonna watch this movie because we're family.
I was gonna say, does it make it incest? Because you're family. Fucking weak, bro. Yo,
That Chili family is all right.
But it's crazy. We're getting another Fast and Furious movie, and apparently this is supposed to be the last one. And then Vin Diesel, drunk as fuck, at the last premiere, was like, Universal told me they want to make a trilogy for the finale. I'm like, no.
A finale's one movie,
bro.
Yeah, it was supposed. This last movie was supposed to be one, but apparently they wanted to put so much in it they had to split into 2 movies.
I didn't hear about that yet.
And I was like, oh, they got fucking Aquaman in this movie. Jason Momoa is the villain. I was like,
that was weird too. That was real weird, but
I was like, come on.
And then John Cena was in it, and then he was the brother. I'm like, what the fuck?
Well,
fucking Vin Diesel's brother. I'm like, yo, he looks nothing like any of these guys. Like,
yeah, dude.
It's John Cena. It's John Cena.
Was it just floating clothes?
Yeah.
Couldn't see him the whole movie. Like, was he even in there?
The thing too is like these movies keep on losing money. They don't make as much money as like the ones before them. Like they
no, they don't.
Ever since like Part 7, I think they've been going down. And like,
but I think that's just the movie industry in general. Ever since COVID happened, no one going to the movies anymore, and it kind of sucks because going to the movies is always fun to me. It's like,
yeah,
now no one likes going, and you know, they're like, everyone's attitude is like, I'll just wait for it to pop up on Netflix, you know, and it's just like,
fuck it, niggas can just get head at home. They ain't trying to do that at the theater no more.
Well, where's the fun in that?
Yeah, you're right.
Where's the danger of that? Huh?
Where's the thrill, huh?
Pick up with that flashlight, but hey, what you doing though?
Hey, Louis C.K., what are you doing there, masturbating in front of your date?
That's when you get people back into theaters. You got to legalize it.
Pee Wee Herman coming out of the grave was like, wait, what do you mean? I was fucking in trouble for this shit.
You know, they
the seat goes all the way back, and you expect me not to get head? Like,
they started integrating, like, you know, alcoholic beverage beverages and shit. Like you can get your
Yeah,
drink.
yeah,
right now,
that's
too,
cool.
man. Like
They try to get
Some
more
theaters. There's
Yeah.
some theaters that replace the seats with beds. I'm like, what do you
Yeah.
think motherfuckers gonna do on that?
Yeah.
you capping with beds?
I'm not.
Nasty.
Look it up.
Yeah,
Look
there's
it
some
up, yeah.
spots have beds. Yeah, I'm like, I would never do that shit.
What in the
I would
world?
never go in there
You,
because you don't know what the fuck is on that bed.
you
I
clean
would-
the sheets in between? Like what?
I
Those
would
are
hope
nasty,
so.
nasty ass.
Man,
people
this
going
bed's
on.
sticky. No, that's just
Yeah.
icy, baby.
Ew.
Yo,
Probably have
that's
bed
just from the
bugs.
Cinnabon from
Yeah, I was like
show.
fucking bed bugs.
Ah, this is Cinnabon.
Bro,
You
you
think I'm
gonna
gonna trust a 16-year-old kid to keep my shit sanitary?
Yeah.
Like,
Ew.
a 16-year-old kid to keep the sex bed in the theater center.
Is this
Fuck
jizz?
that.
No,
Changing
that's
the sheets.
Cinnabon icing. That's what it is.
That little nigga is streaming your shit on Twitch, bro. He got a hidden camera.
hell no.
But it's weird, yeah. So, but like I said, I miss the idea of going to movies. Remember back then
Yeah.
when the movie
Oh,
come out,
movies are going to movies
fucking
are
line up
great.
just to get your
Yeah.
seat. You'd line up, and now you're like, oh, I'm gonna reserve my seat on the phone, and just
Yeah.
walk in. There's my seat. The whole fun was like meeting up with your friends. I'm sure you guys have done this plenty
Oh,
of
hell
times.
yeah.
And I've had some of the best memories lining up with my friends just to go watch The Dark Knight or like
Oh yeah.
Iron Man. Great
Spider-Man.
times. Now
Making
when
fun
a
of the niggas who can't watch the movie with us and shit.
yeah, it's like we got tickets. Your shit was sold out on you. I told you. And
Should have came
Now you
earlier.
yeah,
Shoulda
you
came
lined up.
earlier.
You lined up at 6 p.m. for a midnight showing.
Yeah.
That was the vibes, and now
Those are the days. Like now, you can't. It's, everything's like you said. Like in a couple weeks, it'll be on streaming somewhere, and
yeah,
Mhm.
it sucks. But like, I only go to the theater as like a movie I really want to see in the theater. Like
Yeah, me too.
I can't miss. Like I can't.
What was the
miss.
last movie you guys seen in the theater?
Wolverine, Deadpool.
Yeah, Deadpool. Right?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go see Captain America in a couple weeks. In the
Me
theater.
too.
I'm thinking of whether I want to see that in theaters. Because I'm just like, is this worth seeing in the movies? But I feel like you kind of also have to support these films because the less money these guys make, the less we're going to see quality productions, and it's all just going to be out soon on Disney Plus. It's like,
Right.
oh, it's a
Yeah.
shitty production.
Yeah.
But I think the last movie I saw in the theater, was Shazam.
Wow.
You're joking.
I'm not
Wow.
joking. I saw that with our other member here, Zach.
The latest one, right?
yeah, and then we're like, we were just like, let's go watch this shit. And, I remember sitting there. I was like, oh, I haven't been in a movie theater in so long. I got a bucket of popcorn. I got my movie nachos. I was excited. I was like, oh yeah, it's been a while. And then only to sit there and watch this shitty fucking movie. And then just to see the best character in the movie die right away, which was Dr. Fate. I was like, no way, you guys killed him already?
Yeah.
He was the best part of this movie.
Yeah, he was like one of the good characters on there they had.
Yeah.
Correction, my last movie was Sonic 3. Wow.
Oh, nice.
How was that?
It was pretty good. My kids loved it.
Uh-huh.
Jim Carrey is fucking hilarious, like always.
Yeah, I need to see that. I think Idris Elba is a good fucking Knuckles.
Oh, yeah. he was
Keanu Reeves is Shadow, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Pretty
It's
lit.
Keanu Reeves doing Keanu Reeves. Pretty much.
Pretty
But
badass.
Keanu Reeves is the only person who can get away with that. People don't give a shit. It's like, oh, it's Keanu Reeves.
no.
Because he's genuinely a
natural-
good guy. Because people love him. He's a
Yeah.
good guy. But when you're The Rock and you're fucking annoying and you're playing the same roles, you're going to get shit for it.
Yeah, they're not gonna let you play you for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
It's like to the point that you really think is like you're the character because you have in your contract that you can't lose any fights or you have to throw a certain amount of punches or like
Pretty
what the fuck
interesting,
is-
huh?
bro?
Interesting
What
clauses.
Hey, I
You know
like to
what?
see that.
You know what movie I'm actually down to see? I don't know. Have you guys ever heard of the Toxic Avenger?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
They're remaking that with Peter Dinklage, I believe.
yeah.
What?
So
Yeah,
it's supposed to be out later this year, and that's actually something I'm interested in seeing. It's a comedy, so I mean, with Peter Dinklage, I think he's funny. I don't know if you guys. Well, Brandon, I don't know if you heard of Toxic Avenger. It's a remake. This is a remake that they're putting out later this year.
Yeah. I watched the like I think part 2 back in the day, and my mom walked in and she was like, "What the fuck are you watching?" And like, right off, I'm not
What's
watching
it
this.
called? Something Avenger? What is
The
the
Toxic Avenger.
what's the synopsis?
It's just like a. I don't know what they're doing with the new one. Honestly,
It's
I
like
don't know.
in the original one, it was like a nerdy kid that gets picked on all the time, and like the bullies just throw him in a vat of toxic waste,
Yeah.
and like, he becomes like this deformed monster.
Yeah.
He's like pretty much a superhero, but he's like a deformed superhero type of guy.
Fucking dead.
They had a cartoon back in the day too, and everything in the 90s.
Yep. Yeah. Here,
fucking
I'll share something for you, Brandon, so you can see the Toxic Avenger. This is the original one. Let's see if I could share this for you. Oh, damn, it's such a small ass screen.
Who owns that IP?
I think it's Trauma Studios. Those are the original guys. The first one.
Right.
Yeah. Here we go. This is the Toxic Avenger.
What the fuck, bro?
Don't let the looks fool you. It's a comedy. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Right.
But it was just like mad graphic, like gory deaths and all.
Yeah.
That.
So it's
In
like
a
a
fun-
cult classic, really. So the fact that they're remaking it with Peter Dinklage is funny to me.
My dude look like
Yeah, I wonder how that's going to turn out.
my dude looking like he made out with a xenomorph.
Look like he's
Peter
a
Dinklage,
fucking
the gatekeeper of short people.
yeah.
He's like, I don't want you guys to play no more dwarves, all right, guys? No more dwarves, elves, trolls. Only serious roles for you guys.
Nah, yeah, that's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah,
I'll say that.
I think he killed off Vern Troyer. I'm just kidding. He sacrificed Vern Troyer.
That's why all the dwarves in the new Snow White movie are fucking CGI because of Peter Dinklage.
Didn't they get mad at that shit? They was like real dwarves was mad they didn't get
Yeah.
asked to play those roles and shit.
Yeah. Because this guy got his fucking soapbox and started bitching about those roles.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he was like, yo, there's mad short people that need those fucking type of roles to survive, bro. Like,
yeah, there is. What about the guy who's been doing all the fucking little guys in Star Wars? What's his name? Famous dude.
Yeah, he played R2D2 and all that shit. Yeah.
R2D2. He was in the Harry Potter films.
Oh, you're thinking about the Ewok kid.
Yeah.
fucking
What
Willow.
is his name?
Willow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the guy who played Willow in that movie. Leprechaun. He was in Leprechaun too. He was the Leprechaun. in Leprechaun.
He's like, man, these short ass motherfuckers can't act for shit. We finna put some real actors on the short body and call it a
These short
day.
guys are so one-dimensional.
They were tight. They didn't get no hobbits. No hobbits. They couldn't play no fucking hobbits at all in the fucking Lord of the Rings movies.
This short guy can't stand up to RDJ. It's like,
Can't
well, no,
stand
he's
that.
standing. Believe me.
Fucking weak, man.
What about you guys? Or anything in particular you guys are excited to see? Any movies that obviously not as big names as the ones coming out, but or shows? I don't even know. It's hard to keep up with these things nowadays.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, there's so much shit coming out, man. That's the thing. Like, it's like there's so much stuff that I have on my watch list that I haven't even thought about watching yet because I'm just like,
How do you guys feel about Dune?
Oh, I fell asleep when I saw the first movie.
Oh
And
yeah,
I saw the movie again.
first one. I fell
yeah,
asleep.
Phase
I was-
That second one was lit, man.
yeah, the second one was lit, but it was just like, man, I just had to watch like part one. Like, that's the thing, man. Certain movies, I feel like you have to do like part two of them off of one story. Just make a fucking TV show. Like,
Is that what they did with the Divergent series?
nah, they had a movies, but I think they canceled it like after like the last book.
Mm-hmm.
They just
And they made
wanted-
series or something, right?
Yeah.
They
They made movies, yeah. But like with Dune, I like Dune. It was a good movie. It was just like, what was it that Peter Griffin meme? Like we talking about the Godfather, and it insists on itself.
Yeah.
No, I haven't
So,
seen that
like,
yet.
it's like highbrow. Like, oh, I'm like, yeah, dude. I'm watching the dude ride a fucking giant worm. Okay, like this, like it's better than you. Like their fans. It's like, this is sci-fi, but they wanted to be more than sci-fi. They wanted to be cinema.
Yeah,
right.
I'm talking about the fans. Like, I think the acting, the fucking, the direction of the movie were fucking fantastic.
Mhm.
But it's just like, bro, it's just like, oh, the first movie was like nothing was going on for most of it. We got to see fucking Oscar Isaac's dick for a minute, and it was just like that's it. It was just like,
Oh, I missed it.
you know, like when we floated around, it was mad weird. The whole scene was weird, like for no reason. I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? Just kill them. Like, what's going on here? But like that first movie was just like it took. I don't know. Like I'm like, all right, it looks great. The acting is great, but I was just like, there was no point. Like in my opinion.
Right. Man. I
I only
mean,
have one question about Dune.
what's up?
Did they redo the metal diaper scene that Sting did in the original movie? Where he
Yeah,
just
they
comes out of
totally-
that chamber in the metal diaper.
Yeah, they totally got rid of that part.
Yeah, I don't remember that shit.
He's talking about the original David Lynch Dune.
Yeah,
Right, the older one. Yeah.
yeah. That's a really weird scene from that movie.
A lot of weird shit in that movie, I think.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see the Fantastic Four in a way because I just want to see because that whole thing intrigues me that they're doing like they're in a world that where it's like the '60s, like the aesthetic of everything is just like
Yeah.
futuristic Texans type of shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's the type of shit I like to see, like in those type of movies. Like, let's just get weird with it, man. It's just
Yeah, and
I-
it's a new setting too, right? I like it when they have a new
I
setting.
kind of like the casting too, to be honest with you. I think it
Yeah, me
could
too.
be a very good casting, like Vanessa Kirby's and Pedro
Yeah.
Pascal. He's just killing everything. He's like the new in almost everything, but
yeah.
at least he has range. Unlike Ryan Reynolds, he's in fucking everything, but he has zero range.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds plays the
Reynolds.
same guy in every fucking movie.
Yeah.
He's Van Wilder. Every fucking movie is just fucking Van Wilder.
There you go. Exactly. Yeah, I agree though. I think I like the aesthetic of Fantastic Four. It has that very like you said, the 60s vibe. Even though the teaser poster that they released, I was like, oh, that's interesting. And even their suit looks old. So I'm wondering what's happening with that. And Jurizi chiming in wants to ask you guys one word review for Joker 2.
I didn't even see it.
Unwatched.
Yeah.
Unwatched.
I'll tell you one. My one word review right now is whack.
Oh, damn.
Mute.
It was whack. That
was-
ending, I don't know if you guys seen it, but the ending, I was like,
Once I
wow.
heard about it, I was like, wow, dude.
Spoiler
Yeah.
alert! Spoiler alert! Arthur
I mean, if
died.
you haven't seen the movie now, you deserve to get it spoiled. But he gets
Yeah, I
fucking
mean-
stabbed. It's like, no, they killed him already.
Yo, I would have been so tight if I went to see that shit in the theater and that shit was just a courtroom drama for like 2 hours with music sprinkled in for some
It was
reason.
weird. It was weird. And when you hear like how that movie came to fruition was because fucking Joaquin Phoenix had like a dream, and he said, "This is how the movie's supposed to be filmed."
See?
And I was like, "Yo, Joaquin Phoenix, what kind of drugs were you sleeping on at the time? Because that's wild." I don't know.
I'm not an out of touch rich person dictating
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, and you know,
It's probably on ketamine.
I was
Leave
actually
the actors to acting sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah.
and I was actually surprised when fucking Lady Gaga was on. I was like, hey, this is kind of interesting. But then when it came, I was like, this is stupid.
I haven't seen it, so I wouldn't know.
But like you said, they kind of leave the actors to acting, and there's only a small amount of actors and directors who can do a good job at that. One of them is Ben Affleck. I think he's a great director. But other than that, Joaquin Phoenix, no. Why? Whatever this dream was, it should have just stayed a dream.
Also, I hate the
Dream.
director. The director Todd Phillips, he's such a fucking hack, bro. I'm like, come on.
Oh, you're not a fan of Todd Phillips?
Like, I love the old school. I love fucking what else he did? Road Trip.
Mm-hmm.
Like he did a whole bunch. But his thing is like he'll make one great movie and one shitty movie right afterwards. Like he'll give you a Hangover, but then he'll give you a Hangover Part 2, and then the Hangover Part.
Yeah, that is
And
true.
after when I went to watch the Hangover Part 2, I was like, oh, I felt ripped off because I'm like, motherfucker, it was the same movie. Like you just redressed it to. And I'm like, nah, this dude has no talent. And when the Joker came out, I'm like, you guys, he's stealing fucking Martin Scorsese's style in this fucking movie, bro. Like he's not that guy that you framing him out to be. Like he was so like he was talking about cancel culture and all this other shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, like nobody, like there's a good majority of us that wanted the Joker's story to be mysterious. Like we don't need an origin story for Joker, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the great things about Heath Ledger. It was like he always gave you a different story when he got the scars, like because you never you don't know what's true. or not.
You actually there's this thing that this writing phenomena where the readers are actually more intrigued with the villain when they don't see the backstory because you don't have this sense of sympathizing with the villain. So then all you get is villainy in its entirety. You don't get this backstory where you feel sorry for the character and you sympathize and you can see from their standpoint, and then they're not necessarily a bad person anymore. And when you have a villain that's just pure fucking evil, unexplainable, unhinged evil, it irks it irks the people that are watching it, and it captivates the viewers, right? Because you can't really explain what the fuck's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You just need that sense of like, you don't know what's gonna happen next. You know what I mean? Like, what's this person's about? Like,
yeah.
And to the point that you give us like his origin story, and in the second film, you just tear everything down about that. Like, now he's just a loser, right? Though he goes back to being a loser because in the first one he was a loser that became the Joker, and now he's this guy like, I don't want this fame anymore, so I'm gonna go back to being a loser. So I'm like, what was the whole fucking point? Like,
yeah. What was the point? Wasn't it the whole thing like you wanted people to fucking know? And now, I don't know. That movie was terrible, and it had a lot of hope for it too, because the first one I didn't think was terrible. I was like, oh, okay, it's showing promise. It had potential. And then when the second one came, I was like, yo, what the fuck is this? I'm glad I waited for this to go to streaming. Speaking of, people are just waiting for movies to go on streaming. That's what I did for that movie, because when they announced that it was going to be a musical, that's when I got turned off.
Was it as mind bendy as the last one?
No. Maybe mind melting because of how ridiculous it was.
Yeah, that's because the last one was mind bending, because he had a lapse in reality, because he was. But
see, that's what made it interesting.
Yeah,
because you're actually seeing the psychotic breakdown of an individual.
Yes,
becoming the Joker, right? And then the second one, you're just like, what the fuck is this?
What they should have done, if they wanted to expand upon that, they could have just introduced more Arkham villains and explored the different forms of psychosis that they're all like experiencing. You know what I mean? And then have them interact with the Joker. I don't know. They could have did anything but fucking bring Lady Gaga.
But like what Elle said, Todd Phillips is a hack and couldn't do it. He just redressed the movie. And you know what? Maybe Todd Phillips didn't have a good idea for the movie. And then when Joaquin Phoenix came into the writer's room, he's like, hey, I got a dream. And Todd Phillips like, you son of a bitch, I'm down.
All right.
You son of a bitch right now. You got
it. DC should hire Reese.
Fuck it, man. I'll be a better screenwriter than I'm just playing. James Gunn got it right now.
No, James. I think it's in good hands with James Gunn.
I think so.
It's. I think what turned off a lot of people too to kind of like giving DC a try was like, I always hear this from people. It's like, why is it so dark? Why is it so evil? Why is it so sad and depressing? I was like, well, that's kind of always been like the side of DC, and then Marvel obviously is more happy or whatever, if you want to call it. It's not as depressing. So it's more easy for the casual viewer to watch and understand. So I think James Gunn is going to put a perfect balance in between that to kind of show you like some grittiness, but also sugar-coated with some sugar, like he did on the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Jokes,
I mean, yeah, he took like a bunch of characters that nobody really knew about, unless you were like a hardcore comic book person, and like he just made them like famous overnight. So I'm like, Superman, that's easy for him. Like he'll probably like, all right, here, and then it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
With the Batman, the only thing I could see confusing some people is like the two Batman situation, right? We're gonna have the Robert Pattinson Batman still. That's gonna be Elseworlds or whatever they're calling it, and we're gonna have the DCU Batman. And my thing is like, you want to make it a little different from like the Pattinson Batman, since you're doing like the Batman and Son storyline or the Brave and the Bold storyline with Damian Wayne as Robin. Just do it with Dick Grayson as Batman from that story arc from the comics, and they're looking like for Bruce Wayne, but like Dick Grayson has to be Batman though during that time. So it's like you'll get a Batman, but it'd be like a Batman as a fan favorite character that people like. People like, oh shit, Robin's Batman. Like Dick Grayson Batman. People are like, oh shit, I would like to see that.
Yeah, but then you got the casuals gonna say, when the fuck did Robin become Batman? It doesn't make any fucking sense. This movie's fucking whack. You know what? I'm gonna be
regardless.
All I know is I'm probably gonna be Gandalf before I get to see my fucking Batman Beyond, and it pisses me the fuck off.
Yo,
fucking about that already. Just fucking.
Did you hear about that? There was like an animated Batman Beyond movie. Like they were ready to go to film it. Like it was like in the style like Spider-Verse.
Yeah, so the guy who did the Spider-Man stuff, he actually curated already a sample video to kind of, it's a pitch. And dude, that thing was epic. Like I was like, dude, if you're gonna make a Batman Beyond movie in the style of the Spider-Verse movies, that's perfect. That's all you need to do. Who gives a shit if people are gonna say, oh, they're copying Spider-Verse? Like, yeah, they are, but trust me, this is fucking fire.
It's okay.
Right.
Yeah.
You want to see this shit.
But Warner Brothers said no. Warner Brothers passed, and there was supposed to be a live action Batman Beyond with Michael Keaton
After the Flash, yeah.
After the Flash, or after, I think it was after Batgirl actually.
Was it?
When Warner Brothers was like, nah, we're deading Batgirl. Then the Flash did poorly, so I think the Flash 2 was like, all right, we're not gonna do this anymore with Michael Keaton. Even though Michael Keaton was one of the good parts of the Flash.
Fucking Ezra Miller.
Yeah.
Yeah. And see, like Jerizi said, common Warner Brothers it's true. And a lot of people like DC. I was like, no, dude, DC doesn't have the control like Marvel was given from Disney. Disney gave them the keys to their own studios and go do whatever you fucking want.
Right.
Yeah.
Warner Brothers is like, no, we want you to make this movie. And it's just like, well, you know, it sucks because how many times did we hear in the Zack Snyder movies like, oh, they have to do reshoots? It's like, what the fuck is this a reshoot for, man? Like, come on. So
We need more singing. We need more singing in slow motion.
More slow motion.
we want Batman to say Martha.
Right.
We need a third Martha.
Why did you say that name? You know, it's just, oh man. Yeah. So I think James Gunn is definitely going to hopefully give DC the credit it deserves because there's a lot of great stories in DC, and you know, rightfully so. DC their movies get a lot of shit because they haven't really been that great. So, like you guys, I really hope this is a turnaround already that we need because a lot of people don't want to admit it, but MCU too needs a turnaround. And like you guys said, hopefully this Captain America is going in the right direction, and I hope so too. And if I think there could be potential, but you know, it's just people are like, I'm like the Red Hulk already. You know?
I've been waiting for the Red Hulk, man. I ain't gonna lie, since like fucking Civil War, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Which makes sense,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, it's coming, it's coming.
Yeah,
I could have seen the
I
Red
don't
Skull.
like.
Red
I don't
Skull
like
going
Smart
on.
Hulk, man. I can't get with it. I don't like Smart Hulk.
It's crazy how this Captain America movie is kind of like a Hulk movie though, if you think about it, because you have the Red Hulk, you have the leader who's like the guy behind the scenes.
That's true.
Which is a villain.
Mm-hmm.
I think you even have his wife Betty is going to show up in this movie too. I heard.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well,
And
they
it's
can't
like-
get the rights from Universal, so they got to do something.
So maybe we get a Hulk appearance, Hulk and his son with the man bun.
With the man bun, I'm fucking weak.
you got
What's his
She-Hulk
name?
showing up. She's twerking with fucking what's his name? Meg Thee Stallion?
What is it? What's his son's name again? Scar.
Scar,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scar.
Pretty interesting.
I mean, we need Savage Hulk sometime soon in the MCU, man. We need that Hulk just to go
Yes.
crazy. Just
Yeah.
Yes.
badass that he is.
The perfect time for him to go back Savage is to go up against Wolverine. I'm calling it now.
That's what I'm saying, man. We need a Hulk versus Wolverine movie, man.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
we
$1 billion
probably,
right there.
we probably won't get it though because they already like gave us a little taste of it in the Wolverine Deadpool movie, and it's like, why would they redo it? Why redo it? You know what I mean?
Like I wanted more. Like I wanted
Yeah,
more.
me too.
I
I was
wish,
like,
man.
that's it. I'm like,
That was
couldn't even-
definitely a wasted opportunity, if you ask me.
yeah, it really was.
Jerizi's got a question for you guys right here. If you can swap a character, which character from DC would you like to see in the MCU and vice versa? You guys go first. I'll give you guys a minute. I already have one in my mind. I want to see Deadpool and Deathstroke in a movie.
But I thought you were
You know-
swapping.
No, well, no, because a lot of people say like, you know, Deathstroke is a copy of Deadpool. It's like that's not true. Deadpool was inspired by Deathstroke.
Right, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'd be kind of cool to see him swap them. That'd be a cool swap.
Yeah, that'd be an interesting swap right there. Damn. Shit.
I think I'd go with my predictable choice with my two favorite characters from both ends swapping, like Batman in the Marvel universe and Wolverine in the DC universe, and like how they'll interact with all the characters within those worlds, and like what teams will they join.
That's great. That's actually good because I think there'd be a lot of good like story you could put with Batman and fucking Iron Man clashing. You know, rich boys with boys.
Right.
Like, all right. I'll switch. I would like to see like Spider-Man in fucking Gotham City.
Oh,
Yeah. That'd be dope. And from
in his
DC,
Venom suit.
in DC, I'll put I'll take Wonder Woman out of DC and put her in Marvel.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I could see her being a love interest for Captain America.
And,
What's up
like,
with him? He likes foreigners.
Or Hulk.
Fucking weak.
Or Hulk in DC universe. That'd be
Oh no, I mean a Hulk and Wonder Woman in a relationship in the Marvel universe.
that'd be nuts.
Damn.
There's some guy writing fan fiction about that shit right now.
It's like the Hulk transforms and his pants come off, and Wonder Woman gaping gasp.
Whenever they make love, the volcano explodes.
Oh,
So right now I'm
Earthquakes
thinking,
everywhere.
I'm thinking like DC to Marvel.
uh-huh.
I definitely want to see Constantine.
Oh,
Yeah, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
that could
you
work
know.
very well too. Actually,
Yeah, he fits right in. If you ask me,
with Doctor Strange, imagine.
Doctor Strange and all that. Fuck it, bring Doctor Fate in too. I don't know, but yeah, I think that would be pretty dope. And then I mean, just because, man, put Black Panther in that bitch. Have him fucking squabble with everybody in the fucking DC. Let him run the gambit. See how far he could go. You know what I mean? Fuck it.
I'm gonna make a name for myself.
Have a fuck up Batman day one. Get all
You
the
know
Batman.
what I'm saying?
You didn't have prep time.
Show these
You didn't have
motherfuckers,
prep time.
show these motherfuckers the
Come
power
on.
of the heart-shaped herb.
You know all the
How'd you-
villains give Batman some prep time at least. Come on, you can't just
Yeah.
show up in this universe.
Y'all know that wasn't no heart-shaped herb. That shit was purple. That shit was purple good. Fucking weak.
It's crazy. Killmonger got rid of it, so now they have to make the synthetic shit now in part 2.
Damn, they over there smoking that spice.
Yeah.
Like weak, bro.
You know
What was that fake
it was-
K2?
K2 K2 smoking ass motherfucker shaking and shit. Taking from that shit.
Oh man.
Fucking dead.
Kind of just going back to earlier when you guys said, Killmonger, would we be mad if they brought him back? Honestly, I kind of want them to give him a fucking movie or something. Like, bring him back, but give us something to watch for Kill. Because honestly, I thought Killmonger was arguably the best character in the first movie.
Dude, he's like one of the greatest villains they ever introduced, and then they killed him in the
Yeah.
first movie. And
Exactly, and I was just
what'd
like,
they brought his ass back for fucking What If.
yeah.
I was like, I mean, he has a good point. I'm like, why wouldn't you want to fucking help your people out around the world? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's
I don't know,
like,
T'Challa's
is he
kinda-
really the bad guy?
Yeah, I'm like, what's going on here?
Yeah,
Seems kind of racist. What's going on?
He's kind of racist.
Oh no, a black man wants to help his people. No.
Oh no.
You know the African versus
We're gonna
American.
send another black man at him. How we stop him?
We want him to fight another black man because isn't that what they do? They just fight each other.
Fight fire with
It's funny-
fire.
It's funny because some people want Michael B. Jordan to come back as T'Challa.
That
You
would
know-
have been interesting.
not as T'Challa, but I think if they brought him back as Killmonger, but then redemption story, and he becomes
Black Panther.
the Black Man, I think that would be a cool arc. Maybe it's just me, but I think but like you guys said, like he was a cool character, and he died right away. It's like, why, dude? Like, it was great.
Bruh, another fucking missed dart. The White Wolf.
RDJ is T'Challa. I'm the dude disguised as another dude.
It's for real again, bro.
RDJ, T'Challa, and Killmonger.
Fuck you, bro.
And Killmonger.
Let's kill Mike.
Double
Give him the
duty.
dreads and shit.
Double duty.
Better let him play M'Baka as well. Bro, fuck you, bro.
It's like Eddie Murphy in a gum.
Robert Downey Jr. as Gore.
Yeah.
Fucking dead. Fucking dead,
Oh
bro.
my god.
Yeah, no, definitely missed opportunity. White Wolf, another missed opportunity was with Red Skull. They just had him fucking watching the stone and shit.
Yeah, he was reduced to that. I was like, come on, man. That was,
I mean,
They could bring him back.
They could have. They need to bring back his Spectre form. You know, that was some shit that they could have like really expanded on. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like I wanted to see that movie, Captain America returning all the stones and shit, and then he goes to see fucking Red Skull. He's like, "What the fuck? we got to throw hands now."
Yeah. Last time, homie.
Yeah.
Throw these multiverse hands, motherfucker.
Oh man, yeah. It's just it's a weird state for all of these movies, and I hope they can all recover. But that was a good question, though. If we could swap a character now, I got another question just to build off of that. One DC character versus one Marvel character. What matchup would you guys like to see? Jarizi, tune in on that too. I know you're watching, so just leave your comment who you want to see.
All right.
The matchup: a Marvel character versus a DC character.
Yeah, if you could have just one fucking matchup.
That's an interesting question there. Let me see.
I feel like I gotta play the Jeopardy song.
I was gonna say you might as well play that.
I'm trying to think of something that didn't happen already.
I know that's the thing.
Yeah.
I would run Doctor Strange versus the Flash.
The Flash.
Yep, Doctor Strange versus the Flash. Because I mean, you got ultimate speed versus the Wizard of Time. Who's gonna come out on top? You think you're gonna fucking outdo him? You think you're gonna move faster than he can cast a spell? Or you think them preemptive spells gonna come in handy?
I mean, I've seen Doctor Strange do a spell. It seems like it's in real time. I was like, I think the Flash can stop it.
Right. But he has dominion over time though with the time stone and shit.
That's true.
That's why it's
That's a polarizing matchup. If I'm going to be honest,
it is right because it makes
two
you
complete opposites, and you're just like, because over here I'm thinking like, who can go, par for par,
right,
hand to hand. Who can?
I'm making you think like real technical about this shit with the fucking Flash versus. We can come back to that.
I'll say. Okay. I'll say Doctor Doom versus Darkseid.
Oh,
Doom versus Darkseid.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's actually that's a good what if episode.
Definitely, that would be action packed. I would see Doom getting thrown around a lot. I mean, you're gonna see a lot of attacks getting tanked. I don't know if Doom can handle that.
I'll argue Doom would probably even be able to counter the sanction, the Omega sanction.
Yeah. So that's a lot to work with right there, bro.
I would like to see Latveria. What are you telling her?
He is a source of supreme right now, Doom.
Yeah.
True. I mean, if you're talking about which iteration, right? I thought we were just talking about base Doom.
I say even base Doom will be able to handle the Omega beams.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
I don't think I've read too many comics, Fantastic Four comics, to even be well versed in Doom. So,
I would like to see Latveria invade Apocalypse.
Oh, that would be interesting. All out there.
Trying to take over.
Aggressive on Latavia's part. Shit, going after Apocalypse, that'd be some Doom shit right there.
Yeah.
Are you guys upset that they didn't use Latveria in the Black Panther movie? Because wasn't that the option? They were either going to introduce Doom there, but they chose to use Namor.
They were Doom was going to be supposedly the one behind it all.
Mm-hmm.
But then I guess they were saving his appearance for another movie.
Black Widow versus Batman, they smashing, bro.
That's Jarizi's.
They smashing, bro.
Batman's revealing his secret identity that night. The mask off right there, like boom.
They finna have a child right then and there, the Bat Widow. Got a spider bat emblem and shit.
It's Black Man.
I'm fucking dead. Anyway,
I like to see Daredevil versus Green Arrow.
Oh,
That'd be a good fight, I think.
Oh.
yeah.
That'd be cool.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Honestly,
not bad.
that'd be good. Damn.
But
that-
I also was thinking about Bullseye versus Batman. But I'm like,
oh, okay.
that'd be interesting too.
And then Jerezy saying Daredevil versus Batman would slap. I agree.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
I think like after a while, Batman figured out this motherfucker's blind. That's all right.
Batman's over here. Is like, hey, I'm over here. Oh, this motherfucker's blind.
shit don't matter. That motherfucker got echolocation anyway. Shit, you can see
Batman
all
didn't need prep time for that one.
Yeah.
I think, for me, I want to see Vision versus Spectre.
Mm.
that would be
Okay.
cool, actually.
Very cool.
Vision,
I mean,
Vision,
they're kind of
Vision.
yeah.
Yeah, they really didn't flesh him out like they could have. You know what I'm saying? And
Exactly.
Like,
And they just made a love story out of him in fucking WandaVision.
yeah, kind of retarded, bro.
It's like, you reduced Vision to this. Come on. But
Hey, we got a new Vision running around somewhere. We're probably gonna
Oh,
see
yeah.
later on.
He over there smoking people.
Yeah.
But don't worry, he learned to love.
Yeah.
he just needs to download and get his new AI update.
Yeah.
Fused with Jarvis.
He
I
needs
think
a
once he finds his son alive, he'll come back to human side.
This would be great. I mean, they should make a video game where we could just have DC and Marvel and just fucking have them duke it out. We got Marvel versus Capcom. Why can't we get DC versus Marvel?
Right.
That
then-
was waiting for.
Funny.
Instead, they gave us DC versus Mortal Kombat, which was
I wasn't mad at that. I had it. I played Injustice. Fun game.
I have it.
Yeah, it's a fucking great game. All the finishers are cool.
And now we had Batman versus Shaggy
Shaggy.
Multiverses.
from Scooby-Doo.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, that's
Multiverses.
Oh,
I heard
yeah.
that they shut that shit down though, right?
Oh wait, yeah, they did.
They did.
Oh,
it
yeah.
wasn't even bad though. It wasn't even that bad. It was kind of.
Nobody was really playing it like that, I guess.
No,
Yeah.
I haven't heard once it dropped, I haven't heard shit about that game.
that's true. Fucking WB.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Get rid of it.
Like I'll be hyped to see like a fucking a DC game like Marvel Rivals, but with DC characters. That'd
Oh.
be great.
oh, that'd be great.
You guys play Marvel Rivals? That shit was kind
Oh
of.
yeah.
I don't understand it. It's like I'm running around. I play Shang-Chi, and
Oh, okay.
That shit reminds me of Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker.
don't sleep
Because-
on the Shagmeister.
Because we were playing Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker, and with all the jutsus and shit like that, it gets like you don't know what the fuck's going on the field. You get hit by sand, get hit by water, get hit by
Yeah.
ice, and all that. And that's what it reminds me of. And people
Yeah.
are trying to compare it to Overwatch, but I mean, even Overwatch has like a kind of a specific, like it's like a gunner game. You know what I
Like,
mean?
you
So
definitely have your objectives in these games. It's that most people that are playing just wants to fucking kill and do all this other type of shit. They're not really playing the game the right way. So it's just, like,
right.
it's just hectic sometimes. You just
Yeah, it's all
thrown in.
chaos.
yeah.
But
Like,
hey,
you know.
looked like a fun game though.
It's a lot of fun.
Well, we're getting to that 2-hour mark, so we're gonna start wrapping things up. But before we do, let's hit it with. Hold on, Jerezy said, besides Superman, pick 3 heroes to beat Majin Goku. All right, let's just take this question
Majin Goku.
and let's we can close off the episode with that question. That's a good question, though.
Majin Goku.
Shit. I think I got my 3.
Okay.
Not yet.
I know, Brandon, you thinking about this one.
Yeah, I am.
This is your lore right here. This is all you right here. This is lore.
Man.
I've been rewatching Dragon Ball Z though. I've been doing the Kai. That way, it's just more streamlined.
Man,
Right,
Dragon Ball Z
right.
is so rewatchable. I love
Oh,
it.
so my 3 characters, it would have to be Star-Lord before he lost his powers from his, Star-Lord would fuse with his dad, basically.
Mm.
It would be Star-Lord, Hela, and I think the last person I would have to choose to go up with Goku, Majin Goku, right? You said Majin Goku. I have to be someone.
Which is hard because when you think about it, it's really the only motherfucker who can step up to him is Superman.
That's why I was gonna.
You're talking about
No.
Star-Lord over here. Star-Lord's not gonna last.
No,
bro.
that's why I was gonna say Sentry.
Okay.
Because if you have Star-Lord with his god powers, and then you have Hela and Sentry.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think you got enough firepower there to at least sit his ass down for a little bit.
Yeah, that's a good line.
The Sentry, because if he puts the Sentry out, you know what's coming out. You know what I'm saying?
That's
It's not
the
just
void,
gonna,
baby.
it's not gonna just be the Sentry. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I had the Sentry in my 3-2. I had the Sentry, Silver Surfer.
Surfer.
I think he could go round.
He'll tank a lot of Goku shit.
Yeah. My third one, shit. I will say Thor, but
Thor would be a good one.
It would. He gets his ass whooped all the time, though.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Thor would be like, I'll say fuck it, Darkseid. Throw Darkseid in there.
Ooh.
Fuck it, yeah, Darkseid.
All right, I had Sentry in my list, of course.
Mhm.
And then after Sentry, I had Worldbreaker Hulk. After Worldbreaker Hulk, this is my number one choice, Kitty Pryde.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, technically, right?
She could dodge a lot of shit, bro.
Uh,
And Goku's not too smart too, so she'll probably get him on some sneaky shit.
Yeah. I mean, he do got battle IQ though. He's not smart, but like he got battle IQ, like. So that they always put emphasis on that, like he's a country bumpkin, so he's like literally retarded, but he has battle IQ.
He could probably figure out when to punch her, like right before she phases or something.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
I think for me, it would have to be some. I'm kind of thinking out. Cosmic Spider-Man count?
Oh hell yeah, that would
Yeah,
be
yeah.
nice. That would be
Good
nice.
character.
Yeah, Cosmic Spider-Man. Martian Manhunter.
Mm.
I think that'd be kind of like like Piccolo. Kind of. Just-
Right. I mean, he could probably match up with that. That is Piccolo. What the fuck?
Yeah. And maybe
I'm fucking weak now.
you know what? I would want to see Deadpool because he just regenerates.
Boy,
But I feel like you
Deadpool-
would get under. I think you would get under Goku's skin so much it'd be like a good matchup. Just like
It would actually be nice to see Vegeta versus Deadpool.
Oh yeah. But for the sake of I'll go with Cosmic Spider, Martian Manhunter, and Deadpool. Let's run with that. And Dreezy's pick is Hulk,
Hulk,
Wanda,
Wanda.
and Spot. Oh, you know what? Wanda is a good choice, actually.
I was gonna choose Wanda, but she been, I don't know, man. She been fucking it up, bro. Like, she's been, fucking up the bag.
That's well, yeah. So we're hitting that 2-hour mark, guys. I know you guys are on the East Coast. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. So before we go, is there anything you guys want to announce? Anything that you guys got going on? And where can people find you guys?
All social media is gonna be Pulling D's, TikTok, Instagram. I think Facebook is gonna be Pulling D's podcast. We've been silent for a couple of months. Life's been lifing, but we're coming out more episodes this season. We got more videos coming out on YouTube. Check us out on our YouTube channel, Pulling D's. We got I got a video on Spider-Man coming out. Is Spider-Man cuck? Yes or no? So
Spider Cook.
Spider Cuck. There you go. But yeah, catch us on there, and anywhere you could download podcasts, you can find us on there also.
Hell yeah. Well, thank you guys again for coming on. It's been a pleasure. It's always a pleasure joining you guys on here. And so whenever you guys have a spot you guys need us on, we'll be there. Just let us know.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully everything's good on your guys' end. Thank you guys again for coming on. But before we hop off for the night, just want to say, refer to our comments. Our Discord link is in there, so you can join for free. Other than that, when we hop offline, you're going to have to pay to join. So you can find that link on our website, k4v3.com. That's k4v3.com. And you can find the Patreon link on our website to join us there. The Pulling These guys are members of our Discord too. So if you want to connect with them, you can connect with them on there, or you can connect with them on their Instagram. I'll throw it up one more time for you guys so you guys can see it. This is their Instagram. Be on the lookout for their podcast. They talk about a lot of cool shit. I mean, that's why they're on here with us. Hopefully you guys had a great time. We got 19 people viewing, so that's cool.
Oh,
We were hitting at 20s. Yeah, so thanks for watching, everyone. And
Thanks for wasting your life on us.
thanks for tuning in, Jerezy. I know Jerezy wanted to be here, just busy with everything he's got going on, but hopefully next time we catch you guys on, we can have him on with you guys. But yeah, like I said, everyone, thank you for tuning in. This is the Cave Podcast. I am Proper, joined by O Rees. We got Big L. We got Fred Diablo from the Pulling These podcast. Thank you guys again for tuning in. We'll catch you next time. Peace out, everyone.
Peace.
Cosmic Spider.
Yeah,
That was a good one.
Black
My-
Widow, Batman,
my
Black Man.
fucking Batman Beyond, damn it. If they don't fucking give it to me, I'm fucking lighting some shit on fire.